Hi there, everybody. How you doing? It's me, Corky K, and you are the historic people. Thanks for being here tonight for weekly auction number 7, I think. Should count them at some point, 7 or 8. Been doing this a couple months now, slowly building up steam, getting some people to come and join me. Let me shout out the folks in chat and see who's here with us today. I know Silver Paws is here, such a good buddy. Always showing up, shouting me out, helping me out, and sending his friends like David Canham is new with us tonight. And I know that earlier I had Don't Ask in here. And there's Gypsy Stacker, Doctor. Hello, Dr. Gypsy. Spokane Silver Stacker, you're here. How you doing? Good to see you. I got some lurkers. If y'all wouldn't mind smacking that like button for me, that'll help the channel a little bit. Won't ask you too often, but I will ask you once in a while. It's handy. We're going to let a few people arrive and chill and check the sound and the audio and the video and see if everybody can see and hear and everything's working okay tonight. Make sure my dentures are in good and tight so I'm not lisping too bad. Good evening, y'all, of morning in my case. Oh, good morning, Gypsy, because Mr. Gypsy likes to sleep in the daytime. And Gypsy, I know you probably like some various music that's a little obscure. Have you ever heard of, oh, what is that guy's name? Freaker by the Speaker. He does a song about sleep. No, Fish. It's actually Fish that I'm thinking of. Fish does a song about sleeping in the daytime because that's normal or something like that. I can't remember the words now. Mean one, how you doing? All things silver, good to see you. Yeah, Fish. It's Fish, it's Cities. The song is Cities. Sleep in the daytime. Sleep in the daytime. That's all I remember right now. I used to go see them. I've seen Fish about 20 times, and I've seen the Grateful Dead about 40. But anyway, that was the 80s and 90s. Yeah. Yeah. Silver Paws was saying what a smoker he was, and I was like, you're in good company, bud. I think everybody who lived through the 80s and came out the other side smokes a little bit now. It's the only way to get through the world. But anyway, we can jump right into things. There's a few people here, and I have a pretty good offer to open with. Cheers to that. Let's check in on what's over here. What I have over here today, we're going to kick off with a buy it now. I have about a dozen of these. I'll show you what they are. What I'm going to do right now, type it into chat. I'm just going to run everything from chat tonight, I think. It's just proving to be a little easier. This is going to be a bin on 2015 ASEs, starting, well, the bin price is $35 each. I think I have 12 of them left. We're going to show you one up close. As soon as I hit enter here, you can start binning. This is going to be bin 2015 ASEs. We're just going to move right into things tonight. We got 3 hours ahead of us until it's time for, I think Brad B is coming on tonight at 8:45. And I think that SC Stacker is on later nights. You have a couple options after my show for the rest of the night. But hopefully you'll spend some time with me with these starting out bin offers in capsules. 2015 ASEs. I have about 12 of them here. They're all in fantastic shape. Picked these up from a guy who was kind of in trouble for money, I guess, and he let me have a baker's dozen of them, but one of them is already spoken for by the Claw, who I mentioned him to, and he said, I want one, no matter what. He wants one. So he took one. I've set that aside. I expect he'll show up at some point. I haven't seen him in the last couple days. If anybody's seen Christopher McClawhorn, that's his other screen name, or the Claw, as we know him, let me know if he's okay, because I haven't seen him in a couple days. And he's a good buddy and one of my mods. There you go, dropping Silver Paws' channel. Silver Paws has a giveaway going on. I'm not sure if it's over, but it was today. That's good to know, Silver Paws. I'm glad he's all right. I should just direct message him. We talk all the time. But yeah, as you can see, what I have out here is just a pile of ASEs. I know they're hard to get right now in the newest years. But these are 2015s, and they're all 2015s, and they're all perfect. They're all BU, straight out of a tube, straight into capsules. And they're bins at $35 each, which is a pretty smoking deal. I can show that to you. I always check. I was telling Silver Paws earlier, the way I run my auctions is basically I go on eBay and I find the cheapest possible one of what I'm selling. In this case, it's $34, but I looked at this one and it's from a seller with zero feedback, so I would not buy that particular one at $34. But if you scroll on down, you see they start at $34.80 and then 35 and 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. As you scroll up the prices, they're running about $35 to $40. So I'm doing the bin at 35 even, which is, unless you trust Mr. Zero Feedback guy here for 34 with only one, you know, he says he's got a bunch to offer, but I would never buy from somebody with zero feedback. That said, everybody else is in the $35 range, so I think that's fair at bin, 35, and actually a little lower than most of them. So if that's of interest to you, we can start with that. We'll let that ride for a minute while people begin to arrive. Let me figure out where I am in the stream world here and go back to the items. There they are. Awesome. Get the chat back up where I can see it on the screen. Awesome. Yeah, you know, Silver Paws, I don't stay away from eBay. I've been using eBay. I wrote them a customer service question the other day, and they thanked me for having a merchant account with them for 24 years. I have a 24-year-old eBay account. I've made thousands of dollars there. I've spent thousands of, not tens of thousands of dollars there. And I find it can be an excellent place to shop for metal if you're not dumb. If you're dumb, you're going to get robbed on eBay. You'll buy from that guy with zero feedback and he'll never ship, and then you'll be fighting for your money forever. But if you buy from APMEX, Liberty, SD Bullion, or any of these other big names, it's cheaper to buy from them on eBay than it is to buy from them on their own websites. That's a pro tip for you guys. If you're shopping the major bullion dealers, they all sell on eBay too, and they don't have credit card minimums, and they don't have shipping most of the time. It's cheaper to buy on eBay usually than it is to buy from them direct, which is shocking, but true. They locked you out of your account from 1997. Mine must go back to around then. I remember I briefly dealt in Beanie Babies in 1998 because I know where I lived in 1998, and I know my ex-wife was into Beanie Babies a tiny bit, not like in any psychotic way, but we were flipping them for money. But yeah, that little tidbit right there is a big secret, you know? I mean, you can check me on that. Go look up somebody like Liberty Coin or Aiden Coins or somebody that's a big online dealer, and you'll find them cheaper on eBay, even APMEX. But where we at right now is on American Silver Eagles. That's what everybody's hot for right now, and I've got them as low as you can get them pretty much at $35. You'll find them a little cheaper in bulk maybe. All of them are just absolutely brilliant, shiny, perfect. There's one in the stack that I noticed was slightly darker than the others. It must have been the end of the roll. See, it's this one. It's like a little bit golder. You can kind of tell. Well, you can't really tell with my cheap camera, but it's, for some reason, just got a slight tint to it. It's not toned. It's just obviously like the one that was on the end getting dusty or something. The rest are all perfect, just absolutely perfect. And I may have to set up my little stage thing that I have that helps the light be better so I get a crisper focus. I was getting really good focus when I made my last content video on the winged Liberty dime. If y'all missed that, check it out. Every one of you that talks about Mercury dimes, I have a surprise for you. That's not a dude, and that's not Mercury on the Mercury dimes. And I did a video about that. It's actually a woman, modeled after a sculpture of a woman. And her name is the Winged Liberty. Why am I not getting any focus today? I really don't want to have to put up my little drive-in movie theater, but I will. Don't test me, I'll do it. Here we go. My little drive-in movie theater. Which helps everything, for some reason, crisp up a little bit. It helps me get things where you can see them. Let me make my little stage. We'll do this live in real time, a little construction here. Put a couple of them up there. And they're still not really crisping up. Get these guys out of the way. How's the music volume? How's the audio volume? It helps quite a bit, actually, to do that. Set up for the options. I don't like the way it looks, but it looks better, if that makes any sense. I'll just stack these guys on either side so you can still see I have them. Smack my hand into the microphone stand and thunder all you guys wearing headphones real quick. So Check in on chat. Have we had any binners yet? Yo, A to Z Coins, good to see you. Good to see you. Have I missed anybody? I think I mentioned Spokane when you got here. Glad to see everyone. Hope you're all having a really great weekend. Mean one, I didn't say hello enough to you. It's really good to see you. Excuse me. Actually, you guys are probably getting feedback from the music because I don't have my headphones on. I just realized that. Let me switch over to that setup. Something has changed about my setup here. There, that should be better. All right. Now you won't be getting dual music, hopefully. And if you were before, I apologize. I forgot to put on my headphones. I wondered why I was so comfortable and why I could hear myself. Mean one says, bin 2. You would like 2 of the 2015s. Let's take 2 off and show you the ones you've won. They are both super duper shiny 2015s. ASEs on both sides all the way through and in the middle too. Let me set those aside, put those in a baggie for you. Thank you very much. Hey Mike Carney, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by. I've been meaning, now I have a chance to talk to you out loud where the chat room is mine and I can ask you things. You always put the beer in the US. Is that US like USA? Or are you just like us, you and me, brother, forever, true best friends? I'm always wondering if that's us or US. Like USA. But I see you do it on pretty much all your messages, and I've always wondered what that means. Let me go ahead and put M1 on this, 2 at 35. All American, he says. Well, aren't we? Most of us are, since I don't ship overseas, and most of our channels don't. But let me go back over here and just pop up here and say I got you M1, which is my little nickname for you because I'm lazy. 2 at 35, set those aside in the ship it, stack it and ship it pile. I think this might be your first time here, AZ Coins. I'm glad to see you. Thanks for coming. Are you really? There you go, Silver Paws. I don't think we're allowed to say that anymore, but I know what you mean. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. M1 works for me, he says. Big Apple in the house. Hey, Big Apple, man. I love you, brother, man. I gotta show you something. Let me move things around here in my piles of metal. I just have to show this to Big Apple. If I can find it. Where did I put it? Oh, goodness, that's the gold box. I need the... Oh, it's in my safe. Never mind. I was just gonna show all 3 of my CCs together, 2 of which came from Big Apple. My CC Morgans, and 1 came from SC Stacker because I also purchase things in the community as well. So I have 2 Eagles set aside for Mean One, just letting those of you who are new know that we're running kind of a long opening buy it now. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 1 missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, there's not. I have 10 American Eagles left. They're all 2015s. I have them bin at $35. Very, very perfect, shiny in capsules, which you don't always get. I heard Stormy say the other night on his show, on his video about dumb mistakes he's made with silver. He said buying capsules for American Eagles was dumb. But I'll just tell you, I didn't buy these. They came with the Eagles. And I'd probably put them in capsules anyway, dumb or not. Because even though they're 90, or, you know, they're currency and you can touch them and stuff and not really hurt them too bad, I just like to protect everything that I own as much as I can, and until these become yours, they're mine and I'm going to protect them, and until they become yours, I'm going to protect them. So if I have to ship them, they're better off in a capsule and they're better off protected. No, he doesn't think capsules are dumb. Just to be clear, he quickly mentioned, as he was like, you know, dumb things early newbie silver stackers do, like buying capsules for American Eagles. And in general, you really don't need capsules for American Eagles. A tube is fine. Just keep them in something away from general oxidation and use. But I like to keep them from beating up each other, and I pile them with all my other stuff in the safe and in box, you know, in between shows, and I just want to protect them. But yeah, he puts capsules on things, definitely. Capsules are not dumb. Capsules are a little bit, you know, overkill, I think, in the case of constitutional silver, but it depends on the piece. But they're on these because they came with these, and they fit perfect. There's no rattle. I mean, they almost seem like they're mint, you know, like they came from the mint this way, but I'm sure they didn't. These are just really nice capsules that come on these. Better than the ones I bought on Amazon for, you know, like Spokane said, cheap ones. These are $35 each, Big Apple. Buy it now. I have 10 left. They're going, and I was just showing folks earlier. I'll show you again. If I switch back over to my browser, the cheapest one on eBay today. This is how I price my auctions, folks. I go to eBay, I search by price plus shipping lowest and buy it now, because obviously auctions, you don't know where they're going to close. And they might say 99 cents or something stupid. But anyway, the cheapest one on eBay today of this exact same coin, $34. However, that $34 coin is from a guy with zero feedback and a brand new account. So I sure as heck would not buy things from him. That said, if you look at the ones where they actually have real accounts, they start at 35, and that's where I'm starting a bin. And they go up to 38, 39 is about average. If you add the shipping, which, you know, we do have here, it's $5 shipping for the whole night, though. So if you buy other things or you buy a bunch of these, you're going to come out way ahead. They tend to average about 40 bucks, $35, $40. So I am competitive with the lowest price you can basically get online, which is always eBay. Which is how I try to roll. Yo, Peg Leg, what's going on? Thanks for coming by, brother. Just showing everybody that I've got 10 Silver Eagles left. They're 2015s. They're all 2015s. They're all perfect. BU. Straight out of the tube, straight into a capsule. Absolutely flawless Eagles at 35 bucks. You're working on a whole tube? Well, how many can I get you, Big Apple? You need these last 10 I got? Let me know. I'm going to just run these for a minute because I have 3 hours to go. I have lots of things to show you guys. We now have 16 people watching. Holy cow, I think that's a record for me. So thank you very much. I'm not joking. I honestly think that's a record for my fledgling channel here. Maybe I'll have to go a little faster. But what's up? Well, we're still on the Bin Eagles Silver Paws at $35 each. I'll let them sit up there for another minute, and then I'm going to move on to something else. And we'll do some auctions tonight, some bins, and of course an end of stream giveaway like usual. Angry Warrior, Dr. Angry. Peg Leg would like one eagle. All right, here's how I do it, Peg Leg. Like everybody else, I show you the one I picked up for you, flip it over and show you that both sides are what they're supposed to be. Then I shove it in a plastic baggie, which is over here on my right. I take out my Sharpie. I write your name on it, which in this case is Peg Leg Doug, because I know we all know your name. Peg Leg Doug. 1 at 35. $5 shipping all night. And then I switch over to the camera with me on it, and I show you your marked up baggie and your item in it. And then I go back over the items and throw this over in the stack it and ship it pile with everybody else's stuff. All right, AZ's got a 2014 hole tube. Not reading the chat. What am I missing, Big Apple? Read the chat. Read the chat. Well, I've been greeting people and reading up. You're collecting a whole tube of 2015. I asked you if you wanted 10. Oh, Big Apple Bend 2. I see that. I don't see the original. Oh, because it doesn't just say Bend 2. You're like, if they're 2015, I missed it. Yes, granted. I'm not picky like some channels where they're like, you didn't type it right, so I'm not honoring that. That's dumb. I would love your business. However you want to type it, I just did miss it. That's my bad. 2 for you, Big Apple, coming up. People are like, oh, you didn't put a $sign, or oh, you didn't type the word ban, or please don't use a whole sentence. Nah, man, just make sure I see it. That's all I care about. I'm not super picky over here. We're laid back. Got our mind on our metal and our metal on our mind. So let's see, big apps. 2 at 35. And I don't get in a big rush. I've got probably 200 different silver rounds beside me and a couple of ounces of fractional gold that, you know, over the course of time, you guys will all get a chance to see. But at this point, I'm just cruising on, you know, cruise speed. This is your Big Apple bag here. All right. Whoa, Pegleg donated $40. How did you do that? I'm not even, I don't even have any kind of community buttons or anything yet. Wow. Pegleg, for $40 donation, are you sure you don't, well, you just got an eagle. Do you want a second one? Oh, I mean, are you saying you paid for your, this is an auction and a bin. You can use words like paid here. We don't use donated here. But, oh, okay, gotcha. Well, you said you donated $40. I got all excited, but I'm like, I don't have one of those super chat buttons. I don't know how that happened. I got you. You just paid for your win. Awesome. So I have Big Apple, I have Mean One, and I have Pegleg. Is there anybody else before I pull these down that I missed in chat or that would like one of these $35 eagles? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 left. One trying to roll away on us there. 7 left. In the capsules. Going once, going twice on the bin. Just give anybody else one last chance because I did say I'd leave them up for a minute, and now I'm thinking about I got to move on because there's 17 people watching. It's like a whole record for me. I'm a little bit of stage fright going on now. Let me pop over and greet everybody. How's everybody doing? It's good to see you. I got my headphones on, so I'm shouting because I can't hear myself speak. But hopefully the audio is good for everyone. The picture is good for everyone. It's good to see you. Nice to meet you if you're new. Thanks for coming. Let's go over here and find another item. Let's see what we're going to do next. Are y'all more interested in silver or gold tonight? I'm going to pull these eagles down. Last call on the eagles. If you get me before I get the next item up. Great. Sounds great. Gypsy, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, the one that's slightly turning gold, I just believe it was the end of the roll because it's like exactly from the same batch as all the others. It's this one. Let me see if you can tell on camera with 2 next to it. So the one in my right hand, this hand, the one that's by itself, is slightly yellower than the others, but it's even, and I believe the backside's super shiny. So I'm pretty sure that's a roll end right there, and I may end up keeping that one. Just because, to see if it tones exactly. So that's interesting. But I didn't buy the roll. I bought them encapsulated from a guy who was breaking up a roll. 15 exactly like that are slightly yellow on one side and not on the other. Maybe it's just leaving them laying face up all the time. Maybe I should, I don't know. Let's see what's next. All right. We'll change up a little bit. We'll go from silver to another buy it now since the bin crowd is hanging out. What I have here coming up next, I gotta type it into chat first and then I'll put the item up so that nobody gets a major advantage. This is going to be another bin item. This is going to be where's my calculator? Let me pop that up over here and just make sure I'm not about to forget what I'm thinking, because sometimes I have a little bit of a dyslexic brain and I'll say the wrong thing, but I remember what I paid for these total. And if I divide that by how many there are, I know what my cost used to be. Yep, so I just want to make sure I'm not high. Yeah, okay, good. Great. So this is going to be a buy it now. This is 0.5 gram gold bars with a bin price of $5. I dropped one, so I'm gonna leave those weird like that for a second till I get it back. Oh my gosh, everything's falling over today. These are IGR bars, half grams, serialized. Do I have any sequential? Let's see, 430, 403, 372. No, they're not sequential, so I don't know if that matters on bars like this. These are your half gram IGR bars. Come on now, camera, cooperate. Very tiny, and the shiny plastic wrap on these isn't helping. but they do have their seal of authenticity sticker on the back. Peg leg stacker would like 1 piece of gold. I will add that to your bag, peg leg. So that's going to be at 55. Putting that in your bag. Thank you. 1 at 55. All right. That's in your bag with your piece of silver. Thank you very much. All right. Would anyone else like to get themselves some gold for a pretty good price? $55 for half a gram in the SA with the plastic shrink wrap from the factory on it. Serial numbers on the bars match the serial numbers on the cards, plus the little hologram sticker, plus the fact that I got them from a reputable location, plus the fact that it's me is how you can know they're good. I haven't let anybody down yet in the past couple hundred packages shipped since I joined the community. Who's looking for an ASE that's not hard to find? Don't ask. Who are you helping get an ASE? Woot woot, thanks peg leg. I appreciate you keeping up with the payments. You can just wait till the end of the show if you want, and I'll add up your bag at the end. But either way, if you like to do it like I do, I actually always pay right after I win something. Silver Paws, I see you chanting silver, silver, silver. Don't you worry, I've got about 200 unique rounds next to me, plus some bulk low-end stuff, plus some other kinds of gold. We're gonna have a pretty good night tonight, I think. But I'm just starting out with a couple of bins just to give the crowd time to arrive and see how things work and how things roll around here. I'm trying to keep up with chat at the same time. Remember, I do this show by myself, so I don't actually have like a Mrs. Coin crew or a panel up here with me to buy time while I look at stuff. So I'm kind of winging it as far as keeping track of chat, keeping track of what items up, keeping track of who's winning and what's getting sold. But I do what I can to stay on top of it. I'm running 4 monitors with chat, pictures of the stream, and what's going on with the streaming controls and the music and everything. I don't have Zelle, so I see you guys talking about that. My bank is an online bank called Sable, and they just don't have Zelle. I also wouldn't recommend them to anyone. I think I'm going to change banks, but there's reasons for that. They're basically offering a really good deal on credit cards with 2% cash back for every single purchase. So I've been making tons of money buying metal and then getting 2% back. But lately I feel like the bank might be in financial trouble and not doing well because they're not doing fixes on their website, bug fixes and things. And I'm probably going to move on. So no Zelle for me, just Cash App or PayPal. Let's get into some silver after the gold, but let me just see if I missed anybody on the gold. 5 half-gram bars, bin 55. Keep them up for another moment. No need to rush. We have 2.5 hours ahead of us. 2% isn't that great cash back, but it's cash back on every single purchase. Whereas my other cards, like with my brokerage account and my retirement account and the others that have cards attached to them, they're only doing like select vendors. Even Wells Fargo, who I changed away from, their cash back was like, yeah, it's Starbucks, which doesn't exist for 50 miles around me. And I wouldn't buy their stupid expensive coffee anyway. I go to a gas station, get a coffee for $1. But think you mean one. But they just didn't have any vendors. The deal with the 2% cash back on the card was one of the best I could find. If you're doing better than 2%, I'd like to know where that bank is. And it's not a credit card, mind you, it's the bank card. So, like straight off my bank account, 2% back. PayPal gives me like 1% or 1.5% back on my merchant card too, which is helpful, but 2% was the best I'd seen. These headphones are so hot and sweaty. All right, let's see. Let's get into some silver. Where's that big pile of stuff? Now, when it comes to silver, most of the pieces I have are unique, and I'm going to only have like 1 of each, so they're going to be auctions. There are a couple I have more than 1 of, but not a ton of things that I buy more than 1 of in the collectible silver coins. Let me try to find one that I haven't really shown you guys yet, because I have some that I already have. What's in my bag here? Are you interested in big silver paws? Because I also have some heavyweight. I just think rounds are where you guys are usually at. I do have something I could do another bin with, actually. That's silver. We'll do another bin next. We'll just keep doing bins for a minute. They're easier for me, to be honest with you, than auctions are. Where am I from? Well, Mike, I grew up 30 years of my life in Northern Virginia, right outside Washington, D.C. Worked for the federal government after I got out of school and stuff. Went to school in Virginia at UVA briefly and dropped out. Ended up moving to Colorado for a year when I was 20 and 21. Came back, got married at 22 because I got a girl pregnant, to be honest. We were married for 13 years, and during that time we moved to Tennessee. After my divorce in Tennessee, I lived in Florida, Alabama, and North Carolina, and then moved back to Virginia, and then moved back to Tennessee, which is where I am now. So where I'm from, the American South, pretty much that, all over. Plus a trip to Colorado for a year. And there are 2,000 people in my town, and we have 2 coffee shops. They're both drive-thrus. I have a guest coming to stay with me in about 2 weeks, and she said, I'll go do my job during the day at a coffee shop. And I said, no, you won't, because we have 2. They're 10 miles apart, and they're both drive-thrus only. They don't have insides. So no coffee shop in my town. We basically go to McDonald's for a coffee. We have a donut shop, but it's only open for like 3 hours on Saturday mornings. Deckard, Tennessee is a tiny little place. I feel you, Mike, but I got to kill 3 hours up here. So if you give me a question, I'm going to answer it long. As they say in the streaming biz, this is a 3-hour monologue, man. And you don't want me to tell jokes because I'm not very good at that. Any more takers on the half-gram golds at 55? Anybody? I'm going to pull them down. Anybody on the half-gram golds? Donut says, I'm from the United States of America, U.S. I am too, but I've been to 14 countries. Actually, I've been very fortunate to travel to 48 of the 50 states. I haven't been to Alaska or Hawaii yet. And I've been to 14 countries across Europe, Asia, and South America, and North America. Done some traveling in my life, for sure. That's part of the career, and then part of the divorced life after was going around the world. So, all right, I'm taking the gold down. Gold's gone. Thank you very much. You'll see that again next week, possibly at a higher price, depending on what Gold Spot does. Possibly at a lower price, depending on what Gold Spot does. But not too much lower, because we're pretty close to what I paid for them right there. So if they get too low, they won't come back. They'll wait. Because that's how precious metals works. Let's see. So next up, some silver. I picked these up because the last single one I got went instantly when I put it up for offer. These are 1 ounce hand-poured bars. They're really cool little chunks. I'll get you one to look at, and I'll get one in the stand here. They're plain on the back, so I'll put one up with the back, kind of over here on the side. And I'll bring one up to the camera. These are 1 ounce prospector pours. They say they fall easy. I'll pick that one up in a moment. We'll use this one. They are 1 troy ounce. They have a shovel and a pick. Oh, I gotta type it into chat what they are too. These are gonna be at $39. So they're gonna be bins. These are silver 1 ounce pours. Bin. $39 for these. These are really cool and really chunky little heavy dudes. I have 4 of them. I should put that in here too. I need to learn my little syntax. 4 at $39 each. There we go. Scratch and dent sale. Now that's the thing about these. They don't dent very easy. They're pretty solid little pours. And they're upside down. Let's just get them right side up in the bag. So he doesn't fall out of the bag. That would be bad. But they're already hammered on the edges, so you can't really tell that they're scratch and dent, because the whole point is, here, I'm gonna have to take one out. Let me put a glove on. The plastic isn't letting it show up. Hi, Jay Catching. Nice to see you. I always enjoy your presence and your encouraging words when you order things and send me emails and talk to me and stuff. I love that. You are one of my biggest encouragers, and I appreciate it. You always have such kind things to say. So if I can get that to focus, which is kind of tricky, but it says 1 troy ounce, 999 silver. And then it doesn't show up very well, even in person, over the pickaxe and shovel, but it says gold and silver mining. Let me see if there's one that's printed a little better. They're kind of hard to read, those, I will give you that. But they're great little pours. I really liked the whole authentic look of antiquity to them. Oh my gosh, they're super slippery though, in these cotton gloves. There, that's about as crisp as I'm going to get it. Prospector's gold and gem. Gold and silver. Prospector's gold and silver. That's what it says. Couldn't remember. 1 troy ounce. And these are at $39 each. All I can tell you about them is they're really slippery. They're really thick. They're hammered edges. They're pours. Hand poured. And they have a cool little prospector look on. I love them. I actually think I'm gonna buy about 100 of these for myself. They're just exactly what I love in silver. I love pours. I love antique looking. I love sort of the, you could imagine these being in a pirate's chest, which, you know, I just would love to fill my wooden box back there with them, you know, and have them overflowing. Like, that would be so cool. And this would be the kind of thing that I just absolutely love. However, I don't seem to be seeing much interest on them in the chat, so we'll move on in just a moment. It's very cool, yeah. Meanwhile, did you get it from me? Because I had one, and I either used it in a race on a Friday night show with Gypsy and Brad and Pegleg and all, or I sold it on one of my auctions because I bought 4 more thinking I would have 5 for myself, and now I only have 4. I'm like, I must have sold that other one. But yeah, the whole shipwreck look. Speaking of which, I just did a video on a major shipwreck last week, before the Mercury Dime one, and I've got a blog coming up on Tuesday about 5 major shipwrecks that we've also discovered that'll be posted on the written blog on HistoricMetals.com on Tuesday at 9 a.m. It's scheduled to post. I don't know if you guys realize this, but I also have a blog at HistoricMetals.com. I will show you real quick if I can figure out how to do that easily. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's filling in nicely. Let me go ahead and switch over to the browser mode. So I have this website with Tales of Treasure. It talks about the YouTube channel and such, but if you click on the library, you'll be able to find all my content videos plus actual written stories by my author, Sarah, who is just a fantastic historian that I hired, actually, to help me write these articles. And they're in-depth articles about treasures and great discoveries of wealth and famous gem heists and things related to historic metals, gems, jewels, and treasures. And you can listen to each of these articles as well.
Top 5 most famous gem heists of all time. Historic metals. Gems and jewels have drawn robberies and thefts since the beginning of time. Anywhere there is a...
So the idea being, if you're in your car and you want to listen to some interesting stuff, you can pop open my blog, press the play button, and listen to it through your car stereo on Bluetooth or whatever. So that's something that's a possibility. But in the meantime, in between time, let me check back in with the chat here if I can find that window now. Starting to get my groove on. I've got these 4 1-ounce chunks at 39. Doesn't look like there's any interest, so I'm going to pull those down and keep them. Maybe you'll see them in some upcoming races, but it's likely that I'm going to buy another 6 or 60 of them for myself because I just absolutely love these. They're just so freaking cool. Especially when you can pile them up and stack them up like little bricks and everything. But that's the last call on the 1-ounce pours. I'm happy to keep those. I'll set those aside. Let's see. I'm gonna end up having stuff spread all over the place. I need to put it over there out of the way. And same with these eagles, or I'll knock them off the desk as I spread out other things beside me. Let's move on to some new silver. Let's see. Okay, now we're gonna do some auction items where I only have 1 each of them, so they're gonna be straight up auctions. we will start out with the Terra here. Let's see. So this is going to be an auction. Starting bid of $30 on this particular one. It's the Terra round. I think that's what it's called. Gypsy will actually be able to tell you more about what this is called, because he's like an expert on all these millions of different has to be an affiliate of the Smithsonian Channel. This is a test pilot. Why would we get all this knowledge and information? You're typing that, Gypsy, just as I'm about to introduce this round and tell you to please tell people about it, because you know more about the modern series things than me. But this is that really cool one that you've shown before on races, and I bought one and would like to offer it to the people. So I believe it's called like the Terra, as it says at the bottom, 2022 coin. It has basically like all the ship lanes on it between the continents, and it has this, as we determined, paisley and filigree design combination on it. Beautiful coin. They run well over $40 online, I believe. There are not scratches on it. Those are actually like shipping lanes etched into it between the filigreed continents, basically. Nautical star. It's proof-like and beautiful, and just a wonderful coin. I've got upside down because it's really hard to see it sideways the way I'm sitting and holding it in front of the camera. I'm looking at the screen rather than what I'm actually doing, like you guys, so bear with me while I find the top. But this is, Mike Carney's in at 30 on that. These are definitely going for well above this online. Collectible, kind of rare. I think it's low mintage. The coordinates for the country are on the coin. They may be in those marks around the edges. They're like a compass, which is so tiny that'll never happen on my camera, but those sort of dots around the edges and grooves, that's compass degrees. So, you know, the whole 360 degree compass idea is marked in there, but it's really, really fine print. Really fine print. Like, I would need a loop to see that in person, but that's what's on the edges. And the detail is remarkable, but impossible to capture on camera. Hey, Jersey, how are you? Poppy York, good to see you. Aunt Laura, awesome. Trying to keep up with chat, trying to stay in front of the camera and keep things right side up. We're currently having an auction for this 2022 Terra coin in a capsule. I have Mike Carney at 30. It's the third in the series, Gypsy says. So if you're a collector and you need the third one, this is that one. Has the C lanes. I'm gonna put it in a stand and come over here and pay attention to you guys for a second. It's actually pretty good right there. Pop over here and see what's going on. Greeting those new folks who came in. Thank you for coming. Good to see you. This is a record for me tonight at 20 people. What are we, about 7 weeks into my Sunday show? I appreciate you all being here and discovering me, or however you got here, whoever sent you. I thank them. Silver Paws has sent a couple people my way, and I'm super happy for that. Thank you. It is absolutely beautiful. I have Mike at 30. Now, just while we're sitting here doing an auction, let me show you what I normally do for auctions. It's a little bit too much for me to manage, but I usually try to run this video clip, which tells everybody that the bidding is open. And then after that, there's a sniper's clip that looks like this. This is not a real sniping time, but this is an example of my sniper clip. So it'll count down. Thanks for the compliment there, Jersey. I do ship immediately after the show, very often going to the post office on Sunday night, most of the times. And then it says stop bidding. That's when we would enter stop bidding in the chat at the same time. It's really just watch the chat. The videos are for fun. But and if you get sniped, you might get to see an actual snipe. And you would witness that sniper's authority. Or we might just have a winner. Either way, I don't know if I'll use those because they're not that funny. And Don't Ask says they can post stop, but I honestly think I'm just going to run it the way that Coin Crew does by counting it down in chat, and the way that Stormy does and a few other auction shows, AG. Actually, I think AG uses videos, Silver Seeker uses videos. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm 7 weeks into this. I appreciate you offering, don't ask. The problem with that becomes then if you want to bid, you're now in charge of that too, and we have to sort that out. When Brad was feeling better, he was helping me out a little bit, but I feel so bad asking him. I sent him some gifts for helping me, but I can't depend on that. I got to figure out how to do it by myself. I got to be a self-made man here. So at any rate, we are going to count it down now to Mike Carney at 30. This is an opening bid of $30 on the Terra 2022. He's about to get a smoking deal. So the way I'm going to count it down in chat is I'm going to put in a 3 ... And then I'm going to talk for a second like Mr. Coin Crew does. And then I'm going to put a 2 ... And then I'm going to say a couple more words like, hey, what's up, Clay 37? And laugh with Papa York. And then I'm going to put a 1 ... And the next thing is going to be a sold after this in about 5 seconds. When I'm going to type in sold. So this is the sniping shot. Silver Paws puts a snipe in just as I hit enter. Literally, I saw it come up on my screen as I hit enter. So the question is, on my screen, Silver Paws made it. I don't know what you guys see, but I got Silver Paws at 31 there, and I'll show you my chat. So that's a snipe. So I guess I could show you the sniper video. You got sniped, like an actual snipe. You know, and it's funny because that little bird, the actual snipe, is a snipe. But when I was a kid, you know, I got taken out to the country and my cousins took me snipe hunting, and they told me snipes were fictitious. Refreshed, he made it. Who do you mean, Gypsy? Wait, Silver Paws? Yeah, I have Silver Paws at 31, right? Did I say Mike again out loud? That was me just mouth slipping. I did see Silver Paws at 31 as I show here live, right? It's about to go off the screen, but oh, and see that actually, it says top chat, but it isn't top chat. I keep switching it back to live chat, and it keeps going back to, it's actually live chat on my screen, but it shows top chat when it loads it up on OBS. So that's awkward. I don't have any way to change that because OBS launches it new every time. Trust me, Silver Paws won that at 31. All right, that's something I got a detail I got to sort out. I really need a good bot programmer so that I can have an automated auction bot like Silverseeker has. And I asked him who did that, and he says, I'm not telling you because it costs me a lot of money. Yep. Well, you guys are saying he won, he made it. You got to use names because there's 2 he's involved here. But I have Silver Paws. There's a third he did. Which he? There's 3 he's. I'm going with Silver Paws. Yep. Yep. Cool. Yep. Okay, cool. All right. And we don't even know who's a he sometimes. The names don't actually always indicate what they are, what they want to quote unquote identify as. But I know Silver Paws is the dude. All right, so this one's Silver Paws. 1 at 31. That's a smoking deal right there, Silver Paws, actually. And Mike, you got beat. And I know that was a little awkward on how I counted it down, but that's how I'm going to count them down tonight. 3, 2, 1, sold, with a couple seconds in between the numbers, just like Coin Crew does, because they had 175 people at their show today, and people were okay with how they did it. So I think that's a good role model. All right, cool. He got it, says Angry. Thanks, Angry. All right, so, all right, what's next? More silver. You guys want more silver. What's another interesting piece here that I can do? I've got one piece, if I can pull it out real quick, I'd just like to get rid of. So let's give you one that's a smoking deal, like a real smoking deal, like below cost. And I'll tell you why I want to get rid of it when I find it. I'll show it to you, if I can find it out of this pile. I'm kind of trying to mix it up a little bit so not everything in a row is the same, and I'm looking for something specific here, and now it's not right on top. Wait, here it is. Yeah, here it is. So I have this round. I'm going to put this round in the auction. Let me type it in. So this is a Silver Liberty round, 1 ounce. It's an auction. It's going to be starting bid. This is going to be great. $22. Like basically the cost on this thing. I'll tell you why I'm doing a blowout on it, because I want to be full disclosure. So this round is very pretty. It's a very pretty round in one of my oversized, wrong size capsules I'm trying to use up. An 1804 thing. But the reason why I'm doing it for 22 and just trying to kind of blow it out is because it says copy on it right there. And it doesn't really say on it anywhere 1 ounce of silver. If I recall, it's actually on the edge, maybe. And I'd have to take it out of the capsule for that. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's on the edge of the coin where it says 1 ounce and 99 fine. But it is a 1 ounce 999 silver round. But it's this oddball in my collection that says copy on it. And it's not 100% obvious that it's silver. Let me pop it out of the capsule and find that mark and all that. If I can get my pocket knife open. So I'm just going to blow it out at 22 bucks. The whole point being, you know, somebody might want to just have the weight cheap, you know, add it to their wallet. Where's my glove? I might as well give it glove respect. But because it says copy on it, because it's just a little bit weird like that, I'm just going to let it go at basically what silver costs, you know, to get shipped to you these days. So yeah, there it is. So it's right on the edge there. It has the stuff that it needs to say to prove that it is what it is. And of course I've tested it and I know where I got it. So it didn't come from, you know, some zero feedback eBay guy. But it is 999 fine silver. It's just that it only says it on the edge and it does say copy on it. So it's an awkward one. 22 for Mean One who recognizes that, hey, an ounce is an ounce. Plus the capsule's worth $1. So I will put that in my stack. It says Mean One. And I think that's wise. That's, you know, it's just weight. It's just weight to have in your stack. Plus it's a very pretty round. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with the round. It's just not going to be something I can sell a ton of on an auction format in bulk, right? Like, people are going to be like, why does it say copy? Well, because it's a copy of that original silver dollar example, right? This, you know, so yeah. But it does say what it needs to say on the side. It's pretty. It really is pretty. It's, you know, a beautiful woman on there. This time it's actually a woman, and very obviously, look at those bosoms. They didn't want you to mistake her for Mercury. That's for sure. They were like, this one's not a dude, dudes. Okay? We're gonna make that abundantly clear with her size quadruple D Dolly Parton breasts in 1804. Probably pretty risque for 1804 too. Actually, it seems like that whole temperance movement, historically, like in the 1800s, there was saloons and saloon girls and all of that stuff. They didn't get all uptight about, I guess, modesty until a little later. But anyway, 22 to Mean One. Let's run it now. So I'm going to start counting it down with a 3. And then I'm going to say hello to people. Hello, people. And, Fugazi, did I get it from Big Apps? Ali guy? Don't say that, Angry. I've bought a couple of Carson City Morgans from Big Apple recently. I don't want to hear he's getting stuff that ain't legit. No, he is. Of course he is. We're just joking. Big App's the best, man. What a gem of a guy he is. And one of the few people in the community that I've actually established a telephone conversation basis with. Look, I don't talk to my daughter on the phone. We text each other. I don't talk to anybody in my family on the phone. We text each other. Big Apps, we talk on the phone. So me and him are bros. I think it's awesome because he just doesn't have time to text, you know. But anyway, I'll get a random phone call, be Big Apps, and I'll be like, Big Apps! And then we just, you know, I just listen to him sound like he's in the mafia for 10 minutes while I try to sound like I'm not a redneck in Tennessee. They're hilarious conversations. All right, so I'm going to run this down to ... And I'm going to wait a couple seconds. You thought, yeah, you're surprised? Don't ask. But you're making a crazy face. I'm feeling like you didn't know either. You're just pretending. Now you probably knew. I mean, I'm just teasing, but... There's a 1 ... Those few guys. Don't say that, mean one. Don't say that. I bought 2 Morgans from him so far. Ooh, 24 at Conrad. We're going to go to sold in just a moment as soon as I can type all the equal signs and hit enter. I love the accent, Matt. Whoa, sold and pretty clearly to Conrad on this one at 24. Taking mean one down. I may have to go back to trying to use the videos because you guys are trying to snipe each other tonight, which is unusual for my show. Yeah, but that one's pretty clearly Conrad. I can show you the chat, but here's the thing. I can set the chat window I'm showing on the screen to live, but as soon as I load it up in OBS, it goes back to top chat again. So there's no way to actually, I haven't figured out how to make it stay in live chat because I'm showing you a window that says live chat at the top. I change the top, change it back to live. Will it refresh over here? No. So I don't know what's going on there. It's just, it treats the browser instance in OBS like a brand new load. And that's always going to be in, for some reason, top first. I'll have to work on that. I didn't notice that before. But all right, congratulations to Conrad Reynolds. Not the first time for Conrad. He's been here before and bought from me before. But if you still wouldn't mind sending me the email, all of you who have won tonight, even though I know all of you, please do send me that follow-up email by the end of the show where you're like, I won stuff, here's where I live. Just helps me to remember I've taken care of you. That plus a pile of baggies with your names on them is how I kind of do the accounting at the end. I'm like, okay, email check. I know how to reach them. I have their stuff, you know. And then I kind of close out at the end of the night, and I'll take everything and ship it before I go to bed. My post office will pick it up tomorrow at 4 p.m., even though it's been there all day. They won't take it out of their pickup until 4 p.m. because the same people that do the packages are the ones who run the mail in the morning. So they go out, it's such a small town, there's only like 2 employees. So they'll be out driving mail all morning, they'll come back at the packages and move them. You'll start seeing motion on these packages tomorrow night via your tracking numbers that you will have well before then. You can wait to see if you buy more, Conrad. I just need you to close out before, you know, the end of the night. Which is at 8 p.m., which is in 2 hours. So you're good. And that total was 24. So let me pop back over to the full view here. I have Conrad won at 24 for that. It's a good win. Very good win for that beautiful round. And it really is a beautiful round. It just, I wanted to be full disclosure that it says the word copy on the back, but then that you find the 999. Yes, that's correct, Conrad. 29 with shipping. But again, if you want to wait, see if you win anything else or buy anything else, then that's totally cool. All of you here I kind of know from the community. I haven't seen anybody's name yet that I didn't recognize, so I feel pretty comfortable with this crowd. Hey, Matt T, I actually didn't say hello to you. I just acknowledged your comment about the accent, which is totally true. I love listening to Big Apple talk. I didn't have honk. It took too long. You didn't have honk. Well, no honkies here. Hi, Kellen. I believe I've even seen you around, Kellen, although I don't know if we've ever actually done any business before. That Drake bust series, that's quite a bust, isn't it, Matt? It's just huge. See you later, Mike. And correct, yes, 29. All right, so next up is going to be a vintage round from 2000. And this is going to be for a real niche buyer. But it's going to be a little more expensive than the last one. Not the most expensive round of the night either. This will be, I think we'll do this in auction because I don't know what's going to happen with it. Starting bid, and I'm going to show you what it is in just a minute. Again, I think this is going to be a real niche audience thing. I'm going to try to put a little bit more extra information in the auction launch here about this one. Just because it's unique. Starting bid on this is going to be back up at 30 again. And let me show you what it is. Oh yeah, my packages do ship fast because I hit the post office the same night of the that I ever sell anything or anybody wins anything on a race. I literally go to the post office right after the show. On the race shows, I mute my mic and pack my stuff up while the other guys are running races. It's done by the end of the show. Everybody has their tracking numbers. I'm literally about 800 yards from the post office where I live in this small town. It's about Well, I have to cross one stop sign and like pass about 6 houses, and I'm at the post office. So I go up there and put everything in their drop box, and then it's gone the next day, and you get tracking the next night. Most people get their things even across the country in about 4 to 5 days total tops. 2 to 3 if you're locally East Coast. So this is an Audi silver round. Now, it's probably got great resale value on the internet because, you know, Audi fans will buy it even if they're not silver hounds, right? It's a 2000 round that says on the back, Audi surpasses its all-time sales record and delivers 80,374 vehicles. So they're congratulating themselves with its all-time sales record in 2000 on this 999 fine silver round. There is some funk right there, like maybe tarnish or discoloration just on that edge right there, probably where someone has held it by the edge or something like that in the past. It is not a perfect round, and it's just an interesting round. Thank you, Gypsy. Thank you. I do appreciate those shipping endorsements. I think everybody here has probably at some point either won something from me or bought something from me, but if not, I do appreciate the endorsements. All 17 of you watching, I'm so thrilled you're here. That's huge for me. I actually started today, and I'll be honest with you, I was a little dejected after last week. I only had, you know, half dozen people throughout the show, maybe 9 at the peak. There was really nobody buying anything, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm too premature to be doing auctions on my little channel, but I have to start someday, and I have to start somewhere. So this is what we're doing. I'm just gonna keep going, gonna persevere. You can see how shiny it is because you can see my cheap webcam in it. See that? This would be a face reveal coin, only I already reveal my face. And I dropped it because I'm dropping everything tonight. But again, that's what capsules are for. We had this conversation earlier. Capsules protect you. So the Audi round is very interesting. Sales have been slow for everybody, Jersey. Jersey was my hero last week who did come and buy things. Thank you. Kellen says, when I say I'm going to melt it, I'm going to flip it after weight more than anything. Very collectible. Yeah, in the case of this, those of you who are silver collectible people should kind of be foaming at the mouth, because how often do you see an Audi round, right? Or BMW or anything like that? I bought it because I actually own 2 classic Porsches, and the Porsche 924 that I own, 1979 Porsche 924, is Audi designed and has an Audi based motor in it. Although it's a Porsche branded motor, it was designed by Audi and Volkswagen, and then Porsche ended up buying all of that and just making the car themselves instead of doing a team project. But I don't actually own an Audi. I own a Porsche with Audi stuff in it. So this isn't that special to me, but it would be super special to someone with an Audi, I would think. That's a big Audi fan. So I have that at 30. I could imagine that going for 40, 50, even more on eBay because there probably aren't any. Let's go look. I'm kind of curious. Not so, oh, you, Kellen, well, Kellen, you're a melt guy, I guess, but, you know, in my case, I'm not a melter. I like to, you know, I don't know, that breaks my heart a little bit. Let me figure out which window I can, this is my blog, so let's go back to eBay. Let's look for a silver Audi round and see if I'm crazy about how much it would be worth. Probably like 0.999. Oh, I put 0.000 because I was looking at chat, not looking at typing. Let's go to my browser. All right, so let's see if we can find an Audi round like that on eBay. Silver Audi 2000 round, I don't know. I bet they don't even exist. That's why I'm saying this is rare, right? Like nothing here says Audi on it so far. It doesn't even come close. They're just bringing me random silver rounds because nothing matched, no exact matches. Let's take some words out. Audi 2000 silver 0.99999. I'm just curious. Oh, that's too many nines. Probably. Yeah, like it doesn't exist. You can't even get one of these, like, right? So we can try the whole internet at large. Audi silver round. And I don't mind you guys watching me do this because... Oh, no, wait. Did I have some stuff on my history from when I first got it? Did I look it up? I saw some stuff come up on my... Yeah, or is that just my search result from a moment ago? Yeah, that's just from a moment ago. Okay. I thought maybe I had found it. No, this doesn't exist. You can't... This is unobtainium, and I'm offering it to you at a low, low price. So let me go back to chat and everything. See what's happening here. All right. $30 for the Audi Silver Round that can't be obtained anywhere else on Earth but from me, apparently. After a quick Google search and a quick eBay search, you would have the only one in the world. Maybe. Given that it looks like it was some kind of corporate award or something, it may be that there was a mintage of like 100 of these, you know? Who knows? I don't really know its origin story. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if people remember what the Quattro was, don't ask, but they still make Audis, only now it's like the R6 and the R8. The R8 being a popular supercar. But back in 2000, 22 years ago, it would have been an Audi Quattro, probably. Like you're saying. The Olympic Games when the sovereign nation of Audi hosted. That's hilarious, mean one. But anyway, I believe this to be very collectible and very rare. I mean, and I just searched with you live and couldn't find it on the internet. So, yep, you couldn't buy a part for the price of this silver round. Not even probably a freaking, I don't know what would be the cheapest part on a car. Radio antenna? Valve stem cap? I don't know. But I'm not seeing much interest despite the rarity and collectability of this coin. So I will keep it. Yeah, wiper blades are a good cheap car part. That's true. Although the last time I bought some, they certainly weren't that cheap. But I have a Chevy HHR that's my daily driver. So it has 3 wiper blades. 2 in the front, 1 on the back. 2 for business, 1 for fun, I guess. Alright, I'm going to pull this Audi round down. I'll just keep it in my Porsche memorabilia collection. Alright, let's see what's next here. Let's do something I've never shown you before, because I didn't think I was going to sell it, but you guys are a tough crowd to please, so I'm going to try harder. What I have here, I got to take out some stuff out of the package to show you on this. Oh, well, really, Matt? That's interesting. This was part of an 8-piece set with milestones of Audi. They came in a leather case, more than likely executive gifts or high-volume car dealers. Jersey's interested in the Audi for later. Hit me back on that, bro. You know where I am. And that's interesting information, Matt. Probably making it even more extremely rare. Because I'm doubting these things were exactly mainstream, right? Like, they were exactly that. Executive gifts or high-volume car dealer, you know, rewards. Something like that. And as such, you know, they probably made 100 or something, you know, maybe 1,000. Maybe I should hang on to it because maybe that thing's about to become super unobtainium or already is. All right, next up, I had to get it out of this plastic bag. Let me type in what this is going to be. I'm not sure what to call it because the name of it is kind of long. Let's see if I can find a short word to use for a description here on it somewhere. I know what I'll say. So this is basically, all right, so this one's going to be an auction. Yeah, no, I know where to sell it, Gypsy, but I want to sell it to my fans and friends first, you know, like they get the first chance. It's not just about making stuff go away. It's about bringing cool things to my friends to show them and offer them. And also to, you know, like I said, if I don't sell it here, I'll usually keep it. It's just for fun. So this next one, this is gonna be expensive, guys. But I bet you did, Gypsy, and that's the point. Oh, I know. If I put it in an Audi group, I could probably sell it for $7,500, like without even trying to figure out what it's really worth. You know, like. But I feel like I need to do some research on it because the more I think about it and the more we talk about it here, that could be like that one-of-a-kind thing, you know, like there's 10 of them or 100 of them in the world or something. So, or, you know, it could have been they made 10 million of them and everybody who bought a car in 1980 got one. Who knows? Yeah, 2,000. So this one next up is going to be an interesting one that I think you guys will like. And it's going to be an auction with a starting bid of $40. But this one, when you see it, you're going to know why. Another limited minutes thing. I'll have to look up stuff about it, but this is going to be, and I'm trying to figure out how much I need to actually type here to start off the bidding. That's enough. This is the first Russian in space with a COA. Everything on it's in Russian, so I don't really know how to read it to you. But this is a super cool, super duper cool. Come on now. There we go. Super cool coin with a lot going on. It's Yuri, what's his name? Yuri Geller? No, that's the magician. Yuri something. It might be on here. This is the COA, but even most of it is in Russian. Showing that it's the Germania Mint. Okay, so that's 2022 issue, 1 ounce. There were 35,000 of them made, or 15,000. It says 15. So it's one of 15,000. It's a 10 Mojis coin. 100% silver, 1 ounce, BU quality, mint encapsulated with a COA. Just an outstanding looking coin. I'll show you the back as soon as I can get them into focus. So on the front, yeah, this is Germania, Gypsy. It's a Germania space coin. $40 opening bid with the COA in the capsule. And talking about capsules, it's got space capsules inside a capsule because I heard you like capsules. It's got that Russian stuff on the back, CCCP. And the wreaths and laurels and things. And a 2022 date and some words in Russian that are really tiny. And just a super cool design. It's super cool. These are fire. That's okay. Yeah, this is one I bought myself, but I've kind of showed you guys a lot of my stuff over the last couple weeks, so I'm trying to break out some new stuff that I wasn't really excited to sell, but I need you guys to have some fun here. I love the stars on the like radial lines. It gives it a super glittery look. You can see it just glittering, standing still. Dude in his spacesuit, rockets. I always love rockets. I think we'll do a couple space-oriented things in a row here. So Mean One is in for 40 on this. Good idea to get it on this Mean One, because this is another one. You know, 15,000 minted. This is one of them. That only leaves, if there's 2,000 people in my town, that only leaves about 3 or 4 more small towns worth of them left out of the whole country. Or the whole world, actually. Since Germania is a worldwide mint. He's just got great detail. Super cool, super shiny. I try to move it around so you can see how shiny it is, because my lights just aren't the whitest in the world, no matter how many times I keep replacing them with greater levels of whiteness. It stays yellow in here no matter what, because of the wooden floors and the sort of ugly wall coloring that this rental house has. 10 Kopak. Yeah, it's a Russian coin, man. It's Russian. I don't know which Russia. I guess the Russia. As opposed to like CC's. But see. So let's see what it says on the COA. See, it's like all in Russian, so I don't really know. I just know it's Germania Mint. It's 10 Modus or whatever they're called. Noi 6 E pies. I don't know what that stuff is in Russian. 2023. 2021, sorry. 999.9, so 49's fine. 1 ounce. 15,000 minted is all I can really decide that's what that says in Russian. And I have it, I mentioned I had to get it unpacked when I got it. It came in packed like this. So I'm gonna put this back in there so it doesn't get dirty or bent. And it has this, you know, this bag that fits the COA perfectly. And then the coin goes in with it. Just absolutely smoking piece. I mean, it is smoking. Super high relief on that thing. Get that going again here. Come on now. There we go. You can see it's like when I tilt it sideways, you can almost see the relief through the capsule. It's not a high relief by, like, you know, it's not what it says on the label, but it is just really high as a relief. That hammer and sickle on top of the globe, which is already 3D, on top of the background. Absolutely just a killer round, and very unusual. And my arm's getting tired. Sit there, dude. Let me come over here to the chat, see what's going on. Some light on it. All right, so I have mean one at 40 on that. I'm going to start counting it down to mean one with a 3 and start talking about last chances. Maxton, Mashiton, Makaton, El Makaton comes in at 41. We're going to go with 2 ... Talk for a couple seconds while I try to figure out, is that Machiton or Mashiton or Mashiton or Mashiton or 50. Ooh, that's definitely going to mean one so far. Here comes the 1. I'm typing in sold, and I'm gonna hit enter on it in just a moment as soon as I get enough equal signs typed. Hey there, Machiton, it's legit sure noobs. That's correct, everybody. Jersey Silver Stacker. Mean one. Put all kinds of insurance on it. I've got sold in. Clearly it's mean one, but we got to figure out which one of his bids actually matters. Machiton came in at 60. Wait a minute, this might be Machiton's. Hold up, let me scroll. I'm trying to figure out how to show you the live chat, because every time I load the chat into OBS, it sets it back to top chat again. But that's the best thing I've got to show you right now, so let's look together. Every time I reset it, it reloads top chat. But I'm looking at live chat. When I look at live chat, I go 3, Machiton at 41, 2, mean one at 50, Conrad at 42. I get to 1 and I'm thinking it's already mean one at 50. Then Machiton slams in a 60. Mean one comes in with a 55. Mean one comes in with a 61, and I do a sold. I've got mean one at 61. The problem is going to be trying to prove that to you. You're going to have to trust me on this. Because believe me, I'd love to sell it to you, Machiton. Mean one wins stuff, and he's got some stuff already. I'd love to give someone else a chance. But I hate to say it, on my screen, I've got mean one at 61. You see it the same way, and you guys all agree, right? Okay, great. No, it doesn't matter if I refresh, Gypsy. I've got it on live. The actual window that I have loaded into OBS is live chat on my computer. But when OBS loads it, it treats it like its own new browser that doesn't refresh. I mean, I can tell it, I can't even choose it. Like, it's just automatically loading the with default URL. Unless there's a way to tell the URL with like a switch on the command line, live chat is pop out equals 1 and v equals some code to tell it. I don't know how you guys get it to be live, because as soon as you load it in a browser in OBS, it treats it like it's a refreshed already, and it refreshes the top chat. Then you can't change that on screen 1. But I mean, I'm on live chat on 3 other screens, and it's definitely mean one. So anyway, I'm gonna stop explaining that and write this down before I forget. I'm gonna put this inside another bag. So I'm gonna put this bag inside another bag so I can write on it. So let me grab another bag. Actually, you have a bag, mean one. But I don't think it's gonna fit in there. So let me find an even bigger bag over here in my bag of bags. I think I have bigger bags than that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's one. It's kind of used, but it'll work. All right, so here's a bag. Something big came in. I'll put mean one stuff in there. And I'll mark that with the additional amount. Sometime, Gypsy, I'll do a screen share with you from my side and start, you know, like in Discord, and I'll show you what I mean, and maybe you can show me how to do it. But the whole refreshing my live chat to get it to show, I can't refresh the OBS version of it. That's the point. I give OBS a URL, it shows it, it picks Top Chat. There's no clicking on that. It's like directly from the URL to the stream, and there's no middleman. Like the window I'm using to put in OBS says live chat, but it says Top Chat on the stream because the stream is its own browser. But whatever. I mean, I know what I'm talking about, but I'll have to show you so you know what I'm talking about. Mean one, you got this at, was it 61? Yeah, he got you by $1. It's brutal around here. All right, so that's 1 at 61. Cool. That's a good pickup though, because I think that's another unobtainium type of thing. So yeah, cool. Let me put that with mean one stuff. Put that aside. You guys like the space theme stuff? Let me see what else I got along those lines. I do have some space theme stuff here. Wait, or do I? I do have it. Where'd it go? Here it is. So this one is similar, but no COA, no extra packaging. I got this one by itself. What I have now, what we had the last time, and this is basically going to be the exact same thing again. This is going to be an auction. And this is going to be a silver round. And this is going to be space related. And it's going to be a starting bid of $40 also. Okay, so this time we're going to go from Russia back to America. Did that go into chat? I just hit enter, but I'm not at the bottom. Yeah, I had scrolled back to check, so let me see where we're at. So this is America's first space station. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong, you guys aren't seeing the right thing. Hold on, here we go. My set falling apart here. So this is America's first space station. So we're gonna go from Russia's first astronaut to the first American space station, which was in my lifetime, is 50 years ago, but since Space Lab, it's Space Lab. Skylab and Space Lab were the two that we had, I guess. This one is, as you can see, the $50 coin. I'm pretty sure this particular one is Skylab, yeah, because it's the tubular shaped one. And it's American first space station with all kinds of stuff on the back going on here. It's got boats on it. It's a ship coin. It's got like Native American looking stuff, and it's got what seems to be palm trees for some reason because it's the Republic of Marshall Islands. So it is a coin. It's a $50 coin. Silver coins crack me up. Like, you go to one country, it's a $2 coin. You go to another country, it's a $50 coin, but it's still an ounce of silver. But the chain, yeah, on a space coin. Well, the back of it is more of an island coin. It has like symbols from that island, I guess, from the Marshall Islands, Republic of the Marshall Islands. There's a lot of symbolism on it. 1989, $50 Marshall Islands coin with ships and palm trees and clouds and suns and I think a chicken wing. Is that a chicken wing? Does that look like a drumstick to you guys right there? Bowling pin? Maybe it's a bowling pin. I think it's a bowling pin from like lawn bowling, because I think they might have invented that in the Marshall Islands or something. I don't know. Fishing net. A hammock. I guess that's a hammock up there. A lot going on here to try and figure out. Looks like there's a guy falling out of the boat down there. Actually, that's just the clouds behind it, but it kind of looks like a guy. Yeah, fried chicken wing, right? I think it's a bowling pin from like lawn bowling. But this is the side that kind of matters. This is the American Space Station, first American Space Station, which was, I believe, Skylab. I used to have a book about it when I was a kid. I did reports on it for school, but this would have been like second, third grade kind of time. Like I was really little back then. Very cool. Oh, come on, focus, focus. Focus, focus, focus. Doing a better job of focusing on the camera behind. There we go. There's a nice crisp shot of the stars and the planets and the moon. 1973 or 70. Goodness gracious, I am dropping everything today. I put a folded towel below my desk a moment ago so that you wouldn't hear them clunk on the floor anymore. I'm having a hard time holding on to stuff sideways. 1975. So I would have been 73 was Skylab. So I would have been 5 years old when they launched this. So 73 was when we did our first American space station, but the coin is from 1989 and it's a $50 coin. So it's both retro and super rare and super interesting, and the opening bid is just $40. So do I have any interest on the first American space station piece of historic metal celebrating 50 years of space stationedness? Or $50 is what that actually says. I don't think it's 50 years, because 50 years from 73 would have been like 2013 or something like that. So yeah, it's super cool. Super duper cool. Another one that I bought myself that I'm willing to part with, just to see if anybody's interested in it, and show you something new, unique and different you hadn't seen around anywhere yet. I love the back too, but I don't really know what any of this has to do with space. It just has to do with the Marshall Islands, I guess. I am too, mean one, but you never know. I really thought that Audi round was going to get the flippers' interest for those of you who buy and resell, because clearly, as Gypsy said, I could go drop that somewhere for probably $100, you know, like any Audi club. Somebody could have tripled up right there, but this one's good too, like that. Drop this in some space group on Facebook and watch the piranha go crazy. But I'd rather offer it to you guys at a fair price first. Has the astronaut on it. So like the Russian one I just showed, $70 buy it now on eBay, says mean one. I've got it up at $40. Who wants to go make some quick money tonight? You could buy it and list it in the same night. I'm gonna sit back and drink some coffee for just a moment, which is gonna make my dentures get loose, but then I'm gonna talk funny. Thank you, Gypsy. I do. So now, Gypsy, you see my secret. You know, on Friday nights when I'm on the panel with you, I've got some pretty average stuff. Be honest with you, I save some of my good stuff for my own show, but I think we all do. Although you don't, I guess, you do panels all the time, so you're always showing your good stuff there. For me, I have to hold back a little bit so that my people can have a good chance at some cool neatness. Trying to show the cool neatness to my peoples. And I've still got 11 of you with me, but I've got 25 likes, so that's both like records for me so far. Conrad's in at 40. Conrad says, I could stand to make some money on that thing. You got it, Gypsy, and it's, you know, it is what it is. Conrad's in at 40. He sees the potential of either owning something super cool or flipping it for even more money. That's a good bid. I'm going to go ahead, and since we waited that long to get that bid, I'm going to start counting it down the way I do, which is a little bit awkward and a little bit unpredictable. But here we go with a 3. And then a couple more seconds of me reaching over here to root around for the next thing while I wait for you guys to react to the 3. And then I'm going to pop out with a 2... And I'm going to lean back over here to keep trying to find the next thing I want to put up. Let's see what it's going to be. I want to do something unique. Let's see. We'll keep the space thing going, maybe. With this next, I got one more space coin or two I could do. Let's see. 43 for insurance. Go 1000. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. I'm going to start typing in my equal signs and my sold signs. I'm going to give you all 1 or 2 more seconds to react to that. And then I'm going to sell it to Conrad for $40. Good pickup, Conrad. That's a smoking deal. Both of those were really, and whoever, y'all missed out on that Audi round. I'm just going to tell you that. Let's see. I got a bag for you already, right, Conrad? Yes, I do. One right over here. Dollar cost average that down with that inexpensive one you bought earlier, and you're really doing good tonight. When you cut the price of those, average the price of those 2 rounds you've picked up. So I'm gonna drop that into you. 1, insurance not required. Your total 40 on that one. Thank you, sir. If you take the, let me go over here where you can see what I'm talking about. If you take the 24 you got that generic round at, and the 40 for this, and your 64, you're $32 a piece. Dude, robbery. It's highway robbery, I tell you. But that's okay. You could, you know, you're a cool guy. You come and buy stuff from me, and I'm all for it. So there's your baggie starting to grow. Put you over there in the stack it and rack it and ship it and flip it pile. Let's go back over to the items. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let me kind of tidy up here and set up for the next thing. So the next thing, let's see what the next thing is going to be. Another space coin. Who saw that coming? All right, we're going to keep it terrestrial just for a moment. Gypsy, I think you already got one of these, but you might want to get your bidden finger ready anyway, because what we're going to do next is going to be another space coin. Space words, Ricky. This is going to be this one, which is going to be a starting bid of $33. And as you can see, I don't just have default numbers for these. I'm trying to get them as low as I can get them. Okay, well, I'm not going to tempt you too badly, Gypsy, because I think you already got one of these. But here we have the NASA round, another space coin, the meatball. I'm going to start that at 33 in the TEP, auction style. National Aeronautics and Space Administration, 2022, $10 coin. See, there's that whole thing I always joke about. Like the last coin, that was $50. This one's 10, but they're both an ounce of silver. So basically those dollar amounts, I don't know what the point is really, but they do it anyway. Some are 2, some are 5, some are 10, some are 50. I guess it's the country that you know, like this would be $10 in America and we're $50 in wherever it was, Marshall Islands is different, but yeah, I actually have more of these too, Gypsy, for myself. I used to work at NASA in Huntsville. Part of that move into Alabama I mentioned earlier was working at NASA in Huntsville. But it's, you know, super cool, super collectible, TP protected, great interest. You know, one of the things I think is interesting about this particular piece, you get TPs and they got this writing all over them. APMEX this and first strike eligible, net, you know, whatever. This doesn't say anything. It just has space on it, you know, like it's NASA and space. And I think that's because they sell them in the NASA gift shop maybe, and so they can't be branded or something because the government gift shop sells them. I don't know. But for some reason, this TEP, if you notice, there's literally no writing on it. Nothing on the TEP at all but space. And you don't see that very often to get just a blank TEP. Like if I just pick up some other random TEP I've got next to me, you know, there's all kinds of licenses and text and stuff on them, you know, like writing and logos and whatever all over them. But that one doesn't have any. And I think that's really interesting. Look at it flashing in my ceiling fan. Let's move that so it's not going to give somebody a seizure. So starting this at $33, pretty good deal. It's another one it's hard to find online for that price. See if anybody's interested in NASA out there to add to their space station or Russian astronaut collection. I like the music that's on. I don't know if you guys can hear my background music, but I'm enjoying it. And the song that was on just now was kind of mellow. This song kind of sounds spacey. That's coming on now. All right. Not seeing much interest on NASA, so I'm going to go ahead and count it down, just in case there's any snipers. Give that one a 3. Gypsy already has it. Mean One already has it. So maybe that's why there's less people interested. Lost a couple of viewers. Somebody else must have started a stream up. I'm down to just 9 folks now, but I'm glad you're here. Maybe some more will come. We've still got about an hour and a half to go. I could do a giveaway next. I have handy to give away. I honestly don't have a lot of small giveaway stuff on hand. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do. I got some giveaways I can do. We'll do a midstream giveaway next. After this. Maybe by saying the words "gaw," I will have somebody arrive. Find a baggie to put this piece in. You know, it's magic. You say the word "gaw" and the chat fills up, right? So gaw, 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 gaw. The gaw is the word. I said the gaw, gaw, gaw. The gaw is the word. We're gonna do a gaw. The gaw is the word. Coming up next after the space round. All right. So we did a 222. Not seeing any bids on the NASA. It's gonna run it pretty quick. 1. I'm gonna tell you that the sold is coming up. If you want to bid, now's your chance because sold is coming. And right about now. No takers on the NASA round. That's okay. I'll put it back in my I used to work there collection. And set that aside so I don't show it to you again by accident. Let's do a gaw. Let me bring up the gaw screen. Good gaw, good gaw. All right, so over here in this browser somewhere is a Nightbot. Make sure mods are turned on, regular channel members and users. We're gonna do a keyword gaw. The keyword is going to be space. This is not a space prize, but it's a space keyword. So the keyword, let me go back to chat and put it in there where you can see it. So, gaw, hashtag space, go. Hashtag space. You need a hashtag, guys. Hashtag that thing. Hashtag space. There you go. Conrad's got it. Mean One's got it. Don't ask in Machatan. You need to throw a hashtag in there for the bot to pick you up. Thank you, don't ask. There you go. The prize is going to be 1/10 of silver in the form of a 1/10 Aztec round. Super cool. NASA owns space. NASA owns space. I don't know any space words there, Bubbles. I'm sorry, I can't play space with you. I don't know any space words. Alright, so hashtag space, hashtag space. Get in it, Gypsy. Put the real hashtag now. Come on. Play along at home. Well, I unwind my headphone cables here. Bring it all twisted up. Yeah, I know you don't. This isn't your show, though. You don't have to not win, because it's not your show. You can win on my show. You're absolutely welcome to win on my show, Gypsy. I've made you win on your own show before, come to think of it. By giving you something or something. I remember one time and you argued with me, but I made you take it. Yeah, well, okay. The other folks can have a chance. There's definitely almost a dozen people here, so I appreciate you all. So let me check on the bots, fill it up with your names, and then I'm going to make sure those of you that aren't for some reason enabled are. Because I don't have the double thing on. You should all be eligible. So everybody's eligible that's here now. All right, cool. Actually, there's more people, 24 users and 10 people watching. So I think what happened was it was picking up whoever was in chat. So if I roll it, I'm gonna roll it. I think I just enabled people who aren't actually here anymore. There you go. If you win, you're giving it to chat. Well, that's fine. All right, so I'm gonna give it just a couple more seconds to catch up. And I think there's a place that I can show you live chat. Ooh, that's a cool way to do it. I'll just show you the bot chat because you can control the whole window. I just can't control the window when the window is the window. I know that's hard to understand. All right. So everybody seems to be in there. Let me just double check everybody's got a dot. If somebody wins who's not here, we'll know it pretty quickly. I'm gonna roll it in 3, 2, 1. Matt T Coins. Are you still here, Matt? Are you still here, Matt? Because if you're not here, I'm gonna re-roll in just a moment and take you off the list. I, for some reason, have everybody who was here tonight, but I don't think everybody is still here. You go to the real chat. Let's see. I am the dude playing the dude that is supposed to be the dude playing the dude. Dude. At Matt T-Coins, are you still here? If not, new GA winner, 10 seconds. So, let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Matt, if you're here, say something now, buddy, because I'm only going to give it to people who are actually sticking it out with us. My diehards, my ride or lifers. Ride for lifer, however the kids say it these days. I know he was here a long time ago, but he must have moved on. Big Apple's here, but we've already run it. But you're already in it, Big Apple, because for some reason I got everybody who was here tonight. Matt has not responded. I'm going to roll it again. And I'm going to take Matt out. Let's see. Yep, he's out. All right. Clear that out. Bring back the list. He had plenty of time. Rolling it again. This time, Machitone, our new guy. Machitone is one to give away. I bet you're still here. Ah, Big Apps is at work. Well, that's okay, Big Apps. I had you in there. I got your back, brother. Machitone, are you still here? You are still here. Okay, Machitone, send me an email to info@historicmetals.com with your shipping information. I'm putting that in chat now for your giveaway prize, and I'll make a note of that just before tomorrow, or before tonight really would be best, so I can get the shipping done and out of the way. Just send your info for shipping, and this goes for all of you, but I think most of you who also won already know that. To info@historicmetals.com. Do be advised you'll have to take a space out of that, because whenever you put @historicmetals into the chat, like in an email address, it puts a space in there to try to make it a tag. If I go back to where the products can be shown to you, this is what you actually won. It is a 1/10 ounce Aztec silver round. Super tiny to see that. Let me make it easier to see the design. Let me, oops, gosh, darn it. Knocked over my little drive-in movie theater there. Let me show you how I can show you that design a little bit easier. That design, just suffice it to say, is exactly the same as this one. It's 5-ounce Big Brother here. Better let you see what's on the thing. And the level of detail. You're going to need a magnifying glass for the 1/10. But that's what it is, the same thing on both sides. So the back side has this dude, just like this one does. So you can kind of see what the little guy is going to look like. Cool. All right, so that's for you, Machiton. Let me mark your name on that. Machiton. Matchton. Matchton's how an American would say it, probably. Matchton, but I'm saying Machiton. So yeah, Machiton. GA winner. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love the Aztecs. I've got tubes of them. Just send me your info on how to send it to you, and I will do that. Now, do understand when I do a GA like that, and it's just something really small, I'm not going to spend $4 on tracking number for you and shipping package. You're going to get that in an envelope between some cardboard with stamps. Don't be offended, but it's, you know, it's in a 10th ounce of silver to you for free. I'm, you know, not going to spend half its value in shipping. So, you wonder if there's a 10 ounce. Well, we'll briefly sidetrack on Aztecs. I can tell you there's a 5-ounce round. There's a 5-ounce bar. There is a 10-ounce bar. And of course, you know, there are 1-ounce rounds, which I have a tube of actually stashed in my safe, which is mine. Actually, I'm not sure where that is. In the safe, I think. But yeah, the bars, honestly, I'm not as big a fan of the bars. We'll just take a moment and digress on that. So the bars, they're cool because they're weight, right? Like I'm a weight stacker to a point in my personal stash. But the round is cooler looking, man. Like, because the bars have to be squared off, right? So like part of that design, let me show you just one of them. Part of that design is squared off, where on the round one, it looks like it's supposed to, right? So like, I don't know. The square ones are cool because they're thick and they're bulky and they're heavy and they knock things over. And they stack good. And they clink good. But I like the round ones. You have a 1/25th? They make a 1/25th of that? How tiny is that? I've seen the 1 grams. That'd be 1/31st, I guess. But they're about the same size as the 10th, only thinner. I haven't seen the 25th. That's a unique size I haven't seen. All right, what are we going to do next? Is there anybody here interested in heavier bars? A quarter? Could be. Anybody here interested in things bigger than an ounce? Let me know in chat if you're interested in things bigger than an ounce. So while I'm waiting for that answer, we'll go back to the last space coin of the night. So some people will tell you, take these out of these AppMex bags if you go to a coin dealer. Apparently that insults coin dealers. It doesn't insult me. It gives me some confidence, actually, that it's real. But what I have here is the limited edition. See, you have a mintage number on this packaging anywhere? Nope, but I'm gonna start typing in chat first. Hopefully you guys are gonna know what this one is. Thanks, Mashatan. I will check that in a few to make sure I got it. I'm seeing emails piling up about payments and things, but I don't want to derail on that and get distracted. I'm going to take your word for it for now and follow up at the end of the show in an hour and 15 minutes. Right now, what we're going to do is, let me try to put this one in chat as the next starting bid auction thing. And I got to describe it and type out the thing. And then put the starting bid. I'm typing poorly. This is going to start at $40 also. Another low mintage collectible brand new edition type of thing. That is actually, that might be a little too high. Let's drop the price back to here and start on this. Okay, this is going to start at $35. I was going to start it at $40 because I think it's well worth it. What I have here is the 40th anniversary ET round in a capsule, and I mentioned the bag. It is still in the AppMex bag, sealed, never been out of it, which talks about, you know, 2022 Noi 1 ounce silver $2 ET 40th anniversary coin in brilliant uncirculated condition. On the back, it's not going to show as well as it should through the plastic bag, but I still prefer to keep it in the plastic bag for your sanitary protection. It has ET and Elliot flying over the moon, and if you've seen these moons up close, man, they're spectacularly textured with craters and all the things. It just wants to fall down in that bottom part of the bag. Has the little tiny queen sealed down there at the bottom for Noye. 40th anniversary, ET on the front, giving you the finger. BU uncirculated. Niue. See, that doesn't make any sense since it's spelled N-I-U-E. The one language I studied in school was German, where it would be more like Neu. And in American, it would be Niu. So it's kind of hard to understand how it becomes Niue with N-I-U-E. But I'll take your word for it, because that's what everybody says. Niue. That's more like it, maybe. Niue. Noi. ET. It's ET. 40 years. 40 years of ET. It's got the little 40 up there in the moon behind over his finger. Some licensing information in fine print around the edges. 1 ounce 999 AG. AGET. Ouch. 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 Here's Elliot and ET doing the bicycle ride over the moon. Islanders. Yeah, I'll look it up. I mean, everybody says Niue. Like, everybody says Niue. So you're probably not wrong. But I have ET at $35 in the AppMex sanitary wrap. 40-year anniversary? Well, that's since he got here. Yeah, that's a good question. I was just wondering, or watching a bunch of Elon Musk stuff yesterday, and they were talking about the amount of time it takes to travel to Mars and to the moon and everything. And you know, we don't know where ET lives, so it's kind of hard to guess what his trip time is going to be. I'd have to use like Google and GPS to find out the drive time to ET's planet. I really do. Did we ever find out where he's from? Like, did they ever, I mean, I've seen the movie. I was a teenager, I guess, at that point. Well, 40 years ago, I was 12, so. But I don't know if we ever did get to learn where he was from. Or how far away it is. But it's been up for a moment or two, and people know what it is, so apparently there's not a lot of interest. I'm gonna count it down. Three. Start looking around in my box for the next thing over here. You have the 5 ounce, let's see. So did anybody mention when I asked if they were interested in bigger pieces of silver? You'd buy it, but you have one? Did you get it from me like 3 weeks ago, Conrad? Because I had one in the TEP and I sold it. That might have been what you bought from me. I don't remember what your first purchase was here a few weeks ago. Yeah, I think so too. I actually think you got your ET from me. All right, I know what I'm gonna do next. We're gonna go from space future aliens. Yeah, it could have been in a lot. You bought quite a few things from me. Oh no, Mean One, you got yours from me. Then Conrad probably didn't, because I only had. I think I had one ET and a TEP and another one just in a capsule, and then this one in the AppMex bag. Because I got them from different places. Anyway, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Glad you guys got them. Glad you might have got them from me. Thank you so much for that. We're going to do 2 on him. We're going to do 1 on him. Last call for ET at 35. Coming in with the equal signs and the sold. I can type it properly. And he's not sold. ET goes back in the spaceship for another 40 years. Or something. Let's see. This one might interest you guys. How many of you guys have been watching my content videos on Thursdays? How many of you guys have been watching my amateur level History Channel copies on Thursdays? Because what I'm about to offer you was, thank you, Mean One. My next offering is going to be something that was in one of my recent videos. And I gotta type this one in. Got a little bit of a typing thing to do. You saw some fancy video. Some fancy video. Was that a fancy video about Mercury dimes, or was it about pattern double eagles, or CC Morgans, or the coin that never was, or shipwrecks, or I'm working on it. I've got plans for those videos. I really want to step up the quality on those. So this is a special edition here. This is real special to me. I'm gonna do a starting bid on this one of $50. Actually, let me double check that and make sure that price makes sense today with the recent silver spot. So that's over here in the eBay zone. So let me just double quickly check. Before I rip you off, I don't want to rip you off. I want to start at the lowest possible price possible. Oh yeah, these are going for 75 all day long. I'll just leave that right on the screen. So I'm going to open this one up at $50, like I said out loud a moment ago, and I've already typed it in. $50 starting bid on the 1906 Pattern Double Eagle from the Smithsonian Collection. Private issue struck in 2009 by the Smithsonian for the Smithsonian using the original dies from 1906. This is probably, of all the things in all my coin collections and metal boxes that I have here to show you, the one that I can tell you the most about, because I did so much research for this video. But this was designed by Barber. Yeah, you watch this one? So Barber designed this against Augustus St. Gaudens. St. Gaudens won. And you all know now today that the St. Gaudens gold coin, and this was designed for a gold coin. Let me open up eBay real quick because it's handy. And I already pulled it up to look at the prices on these. So as you can see, this particular example is starting at $75, going up to $150 with this fancy bag that I don't have and this piece of paper I don't have. But these were originally made in gold, and they were only made, actually this coin was never minted, right? So the only strikes of them are these Smithsonian collections from 2009, which you're looking at. These are rare, these are expensive. Look at the watchers, 8 watchers, 6 watchers, last one, $75 minimum plus shipping. I'm opening it up at $50. I paid more than that for it to make my video. It is a 1906 Smithsonian pattern double eagle. If you look at my blog, you can find, or my YouTube channel, you can pop over to the story about the most expensive coin that never happened, which is this video here, which is about the gold version of it and about the battle between Barber and St. Gaudens when Franklin Roosevelt demanded that they make a new coin. And these guys went into design competition. Barber, a control freak, the chief of the mint at the time. St. Gaudens, an artist that was popular and apparently better because his coin won Franklin's buddy friendship inside plan, and they made that one instead. Barber was really pissed off. Only one gold example was made in 1906. The Smithsonian has it. It's one of the most expensive and valuable coins in American history. And you can buy replicas. They're, you know, $2,500. That's a, what's that, a $700, $750 premium over spot for an ounce of gold. Same thing with the silver editions, minted from the original dies. So that's pretty cool. Mean One did see the video. He's already in at 50. So I'm gonna let that sit there for a second while you guys do some research. Let me go back over the coin I have to show you here. As you can see, this is the one I used in the video, both the hand and the coin, and the easel, and the background. And if you choose to purchase this, you'll be in a very elite club of owners. And as I said, it's an ultra cameo gem proof. So everything about it is just the highest quality and amazing, amazing artwork on it. And an incredible story, which you'll be able to, you know, if you haven't seen the video, you'll be able to get the full story on it because I gave you the full story. Just outstanding. Another interesting little piece of trivia about this coin, this design on the reverse is actually on older coins that Barber designed. So he retrotted out some, he did his homework already on that for the back, but for the front, it was an all new design at the time. A very pretty design of Liberty. It says Liberty in her headband. But this is another Liberty that kind of looks like a dude. 7 stars on the left, 6 stars on the right for the 13 colonies. Thanks, Gypsy. I wouldn't say I always have cool items, but I try really hard to get historic metal. Bottom line, it's in the name. And this one's special because I did make the video with it. So, you know, you've got some like, what do you call it? What is it when something's autographed and you have to, provenance. There's provenance for this because you can get it from the guy who made the video about it. And maybe that's important and maybe it's not. But what's important here is that it's made from the actual 1906 dies because they didn't use the dies they cut to make circulation business strikes. They just made one gold coin and put them in a bag, put them in a vault, forgot about them until the Smithsonian got them, and the one gold coin. And they've got that gold coin on display in Washington, D.C. And it's apparently one of the most priceless coins in American history. So this is a replica of it struck from the same dies. And they made gold and silver ones. So I wouldn't say it's a replica. It didn't come off in the video. It sounded more like I was stuttering, but I was trying to kind of make a joke when I said, so this is a reissue. I mean, first issue, but I said like, this is a first issue. And it just sounded like I didn't know what I was talking about. but I did. It was just supposed to be a joke that it's not a reissue of a 1906 coin in 2009. It's the first issue of a 1906 coin in 2009, which was pretty interesting. So I have mean one at 50. Let me go ahead and start to count this down. Taking a little bit of a loss on this one, but I wanted to put up something interesting. I paid closer to that $75 number for it. 3 ... And, you know, I'm just trying to get back to you guys who are sticking it out with me, the 9 of you who have spent an hour or two with me now. We're at 7 o'clock. I came on at 5. We've got 1 hour to go. Show you some more interesting things here in a moment. But just thought I would, you know, give back a little bit. It's not so much about doing giveaways, because I find doing giveaways to get you a crowd full of, no offense, but mostly giveaway seekers. And I know you guys aren't that, so, because almost all of you I've seen participating in my auctions and other people's races and auctions. I know you actually are genuinely part of the community and not just randoms coming in for free stuff or beggars. So that's cool. I'm happy to offer deals to you guys because you're the core of the community. There's a 1. And I'm gonna put in my equal signs and my sold. If you can hear me typing, that gives you some inside information that I'm trying to type this properly. And then I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it to mean one right now for $50. Way to go, mean one. That is probably the buy of the night right there. I'm gonna be a little sad to see it go because it was one of the first videos I made on my channel. It was, I think, the second one, the real content videos. Yeah, or was it the first one that I did? Was it the first? Now I gotta check. Was this my first or second video a couple months ago? I'd have to go to my actual channel for that and look, but yeah, it was last month. The dates on my blog are not correct because I backfilled the blog one day, but I am curious, just real quick, and I know you guys can see what can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm looking at the browser. I'll put you back with me here so you can see what I'm doing. So I was going over to my channel to see if this was the first video I made with content introducing. No, the first one was the Widow's Mite, then the CC Morgan, the time when Roman coins, Byzantine era, the coin that lived 2 lives, Greek drachmas that Vote for Pedro gave me silver drachmas. Then this one. So it's actually not even close to my first. It's more like my 5th or 6th video. But anyway, early in the history of this channel, if this channel ever becomes famous, you know, if I ever become like Mr. Beast or something really huge, or you see me on the History Channel, mean one, at least you'll know you got your coin from me. Here's yours truly. There you go. There's your screenshot. All right, cool. So let me put that in your bag. Mean one, make a note of it. Head back over to the chat room to see if you guys are even listening to me. Yep, you are. All right, nice pickup. That's a good one. And mean one, it couldn't go to a nicer guy. You know what? Your name is such a lie. Such a lie. He's trying to tell people he's mean one, but he's actually nice guy. I'm just saying. So 1 at 50. You know, Spokane, that's the goal. That was the vision when I started. There's another channel on YouTube that's like the History Channel. It's called History Hits. History Hits, I think. It's awesome. It's better than History Channel, but it's a YouTube only, but it's super high production value, super high dollar productions. It's television quality stuff on YouTube, you know? They're kind of my role model, History Hits and History Channel. I would love for my channel to become that good, you know, and for me to be going out on locations and going to mints and going around the world to the New Way Mint and asking them how to pronounce it, you know, like, wouldn't that be awesome? Going to shipwrecks with divers and, oh my God, you know, so that's, now you know my secret dreams. Like, that's really where I'm going with Historic Metals. The whole goal is to be a niche that I don't think is well filled on television or on YouTube. the history of all this stuff. Mean one, there's your current bundle. It's getting kind of thick. Thank you. Mint Miser used to do coin hunts, and he does history on coins. I had never heard of him, but I'll have to check him out. There is a coin guy who does some history stuff. I would have to go look at my channel list to figure out who he is, because I subscribe to like 250 metals channels, and I just click on their faces at this point because I know who people are, but I can't remember the names of their channels. But there's a guy who he'll get historic stuff and send it off for grading and then get it back. He'll do a video when he sends it, when he gets it back, talk about the grading and all that, the history of the coins. But I'm trying to make them more interesting. Corky Cousteau, perfect, you know, like, or Marlon Perkins, Wild Kingdom. Now we're really dating ourselves. So I've put that in Mean One's bag and marked it off. We're ready to move on to the next item. We're gonna change up gears a little bit and get back into modern metal. Modern metal is probably gonna be another series because I need to learn more about the kind of things Gypsy knows. Gypsy's always like, well, this is the third in the series. There are 8,000 minted, and this is the fourth one minted. It was made on a Tuesday by a guy named Bob. And I'm like, it's silver, it's shiny, and I like the picture. That's the difference between Gypsy and I. But on this one, it's silver, it's shiny, and I like the picture. And I just banged into my desk with my chair. Sorry about the thunder. Let me start the chat line here. This is going to be an auction. This is going to be a starting bid. I think this one needs to start at $35. Again, another collectible. Another one that's low mintage. Another one from a good mint. This is another one that's been popular lately, and you're going to want to get your hands on it when you see it. This is the Bifrost Crossing Asgard Odin in BU. So we have Odin here on the front. You can already see there's just infinitely tiny detail going on with his face, his beard, his surroundings. But when you see the back, the reverse of this coin is where it really just gets incredible, which is my favorite side. I prefer the back, which is Yggdrasil. Crossing Bifrost, Asgard. Little dude and his dog over there on the side. The city on the hill. The bridge with the columns. The turbulent skies. The foliage. This is probably the single most detailed coin that around. It's really around. I don't think it's a coin this time. That I own or have had here, and except maybe that tarot one that we took care of earlier. So any discoloration that appears to be there is the lighting in the room. This thing is brilliant. It's just that it's got some shadows because it's so detailed and relieved. We see when I turn it, those colors change. It's not brown where it looks brown. It's just the light. Just astounding detail back here. Who's Odin? So Odin is one of the Greek gods, I believe. And god of war, I thought. Mars is the god of war. Odin is the god of thunder? I'd have to Google it. Was he the Viking god? Well, let's find out. I mean, we have the internet, right? So I just know that the coin's really valuable, and round is really valuable and really popular. And he has a cool house. Norse, yeah, Viking, Norse, right? Norse god. But which god? He's the god of war, but he's Norse god of war. Like, that's where I get all my Greek and Roman and Norse dudes mixed up. And then there's, you know, all the variations on that. War, death, right. There you go. Thank you, Jersey. And Don't Ask and All Things Silver and Clay, who all had answers there. Yeah, Norse god, war, death. I knew he was a god of war, but I was getting confused with which country, like Greece, which era? Greece, Rome, Nordic times, Celtic gods. My ex-wife was Welsh, so I knew about Celtic stuff. I studied Greek and Roman stuff growing up. Norse was just stuff I read about in books. Somehow it all merged together, and like most Americans, I don't know who the heck God is anyway. So there you go. But Yggdrasil, Odin. So much detail. Conrad at 35. Not going to miss an opportunity on this one. Hopefully you guys are looking up what they're actually selling for. Just amazing. I love the back of this. Yeah, that's where I went to for a second there with Thor. I was like, but Thor's, was he a Norse god or was he a Greek god? I think they were mixing metaphors too, which makes it even more complicated. So let me come over here and take a look at chat. He is so badass. He is super badass with his wooden eye patch, right? Like regular people have, or iron eye patch. I don't know. It's not cloth. It's got like spikes on it. Nice beard too, and the braids. Leather armor. There is a lot going on here, guys. Just, I'm trying to get so close to see some of that really fine detail, like under the word Yggdrasil and the hair and the crest and stuff. But I really prefer the back. I mean, for me, it's all about this side. Because I love the look of him in his cape with his dog beside him down there in the corner, or his wolf, I guess. Getting ready to head into the village. This background music kind of sounds like Pink Floyd. The back is where it's at. All right, so I'm gonna start counting it down to Conrad. With a 3. Yeah, this background song, which is royalty free, sounds a lot like something off Pink Floyd. Wish You Were Here or something, like the intro. Anyway. Definitely sounds like something off the Dark Side of the Moon. 2. Give the snipers a chance to react to that. Can't hear the music? Yeah, see, I have it all good, and then like one person will be like, it's too loud! So I just end up turning it down. You can't see Valhalla unless you die, Clay. That's how it works. Here, I notched the music up a little bit. Jersey can hear it, me and one can't hear it. See, and somebody now is gonna say it's too loud because I just turned it up 1 click. I can't win with that shit. I try. It's the way it goes. You have to die in battle valiantly, and then you get to go to Valhalla. Small bit of trivia. When I was 16 years old, I was in a high school band named Valhalla. That was the name of our band. All things silver, I will ban you. I'm kidding. But I was in a high school band called Valhalla for about 3 months. And we sucked, as you can well imagine. We deserved none of that. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting to type 1 equals. Snipers, this is your chance because it's about to be sold. As soon as I hit the sold sign, it's going to Conrad Reynolds for 35. Last call, last chance. It's gone right now. Conrad Reynolds, it's yours, my man. Let me put that in your bag. I got quite a few little piles over here now. It's been a much more successful evening than last week. Thank you all for that. The 8 of you core people who are in here stealing the deals because no one's competing with you. It's amazing. But I'm gonna let it ride. This is awesome. One last look at that dude looking at you. That's a great pickup, Conrad. You're really killing it tonight, man. Especially with your dollar cost averaging decision by buying that one affordable round. You're like, yeah, these more expensive ones, that's okay, because I saved so much money on the first call to Geico that now my insurance is cheap. All right, so this one is 35. It's in your bag, Mr. Conrad Reynolds. In your bag with your other rounds of choice tonight. All right, did we want to see any more gold? Any prospectors, ASC, or JM stuff? Well, were you here, Jersey, when I had the 2015 ASCs out? I'll show those again, just in case. So, Jersey, I do have these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 BU 2015s in capsules. I was bidding these earlier for some ridiculously low price. I'd have to scroll back and check. I think it was $400 each or less. Were you here for those? Do those interest you at all? I'll go check the price on them. I think they were 35. I'm scrolling back to the beginning of the auction. It was the first thing I had out, and I don't think you were here yet. I can't even scroll that far back, but if anybody remembers, I'm pretty sure they were $35. It was the lowest I could go on them. So I do have those 2015 ASEs, which I had taken off the table, but I will bring them back out for you because you're a frequent flyer and a good friend. Let me know if those interest you. I'll leave them sitting there. Let me find something else. The other thing you asked for was prospectors. No, I'm out of prospectors. Sold those. And JM stuff. You mean like literally stamped JM bullion or whatever? Johnson Matthey, I mean. Johnson Matthey, I don't. I do have some things like that, but not JM. I have Heraris. I have... forget what this one's called. I have to look it up. But I do have some heavier bars that are... well, let's see. Do I have anything like that? Wait, this one might be Johnson Matthey. Hold on. No, sorry. But is there anybody here who's a libertarian or a toner fan? Yeah, they were 35, right, mean one. So Jersey, those 2015 ASEs, I have what, a half dozen, 1, 2, 6 or 7 left of these 2015s. So if you're interested in those, hit me up, and you know where to find me if you don't want to do it right now. I should have a couple left later. So next up, I'm going to show a toner, a vintage coin. Trying to find the date on it somewhere. I feel like there was a year on it. No. So I don't really have Libertads, all things. That's not my thing at all. I kind of have zero interest in Libertads, and I don't know what the fascination with them is for everyone, but I don't have any. What I do have next up is another interesting, unique piece from history. If you're a libertarian, you'll immediately recognize the porcupine, only I believe this sort of predates... Oh my gosh, this is going to be really hard to show because of the coloration. But this is a toned, aged coin, which says the right to bear arms... I'm sorry, let me get it over here and read it out of the glare. The right to be left alone, 9th Amendment, with a hedgehog porcupine on one side. On the other side, it has We the People and the Constitution, Patriot Network, support the U.S. Constitution, 1 trillion outstanding fine silver. So now I read it, let me show it to you. I'm going to open the bidding on this. I forgot to type again. Let me get him up here where you can see him, because I really am more concentrated on you seeing him. But we're going to call this the right to be left alone. Vintage round. Starting bid on this one gonna be $33. So the right to be left alone vintage round. Let me try to get you a decent view of it because it's so discolored and toned that this glaring light. Let's see, maybe if I tilt the camera some, try to get off the glare here. He's got a porcupine all quilled out, and it says, come on. There we go. The right to be left alone, 9th Amendment. But the backside, again, kind of better in some ways. We the People, Patriot Network, support the U.S. Constitution, 1 troy ounce. For all you American patriot types, I'm a libertarian, so for me it was all about the porcupine. I'm a full-on anarcho-capitalist libertarian, not ashamed to say so, card-carrying, registered. But this works for me. I think libertarians are the most patriotic since our founding fathers were predominantly libertarian. And we want you to be left alone. We want to take over and leave you alone. So if you feel like me, then you'll appreciate the right to be left alone. With the little cross-eyed porcupine. His face is great. 1 ounce of fine silver, starting at $33. So this is the hero we should get, and this is the hero we got. Any interest in the right to be left alone? Vintage coin. I really don't have a date on it, but I can tell that it's pretty old just by the kind of the quality of the porcupine's drawing, basically. Like, check him out. He's almost like goofy looking. Okay, send me a note, all things silver. The right to be left alone, 9th Amendment. He's so cool looking. Like, I love his little face with his little round eyeballs and his little raised eyebrow. Like, oh. Yeah, it's got to be 70s or 80s, just from the condition of it. Like, you can't really get a coin to look like this without 30 years. Again, not a coin. It's a round, sorry. It's a round because it doesn't have a random $50, $20, $10 amount typed on it somewhere. I'm thinking not very many people have one, all things silver. Let's try to find it on the internet. So it's Patriot Network 9th Amendment round. Let's see if I can find it. Let's go look together, because I don't mind doing that. If I can find the right window. I'm not ashamed to show my prices against, you know, the internet. Definitely not when I'm selling you $75 things for $50. So let's go with 9th Amendment. 9th Amendment, right to be left alone, silver round. See how much of that gets us somewhere close. Wow, there are a couple. One for 34 and one for 85. That's it. Let's look at sold. A random drawing of a girl for $4. And no comps. But hey, guess what? If you're a halfway mediocre elementary school artist, you can sell your art on eBay for $4 and get 3 bids on it. How about that? Anyway, maybe I should get in the drawing lame pictures business instead. Okay, so, but regardless, if I back up to where I was, I found 2. One that's for sale now for $34. And one that is for sale for $85. Let's get a better picture of it here, up all zoomed in. So that's what he looks like up close, only mine's better looking and doesn't have all those scratches. Mine's definitely not that beat up, it's just colored, toned. And the other one, at $34, looks like it's from a seller who doesn't deal in silver. Probably doesn't know what it's worth. Just put it up at a regular price because they're just Larry and Debbie. I don't know. Somewhere between $35 and $85. Kind of wild to have such a spread, but there it is. That's the truth. I've started it at 33. So once again, I started it cheaper than the internet. Yo, Rafi, what's up? Yo, I don't know how long to say yo. When I read that, like in my mind, I'm like, do I go yo? Or do I like go yo? Or do I be like, you? Until I basically am creating harmonic resonances that break all of your speakers. Like, I don't know how long to read Rafe sometimes, but I love his enthusiasm. And he always makes me smile. It's always cool to see him. And he makes me feel like I'm super cool when he does that. So I appreciate it. Because when somebody's like, yo, it's historic, you're like, wow, I love that. Gypsy, yo. But anyway, we're going to start counting down the better than the internet once again, right to be left alone round with a 3. And honestly, now that I saw that one guy's got it listed for $85 and another guy has it listed for 34 and I'm opening at 33, You can email me all things silver, but the price is going up fast. I'm just kidding. We'll see what we can do. I won't make it any less than 33, that's for sure. All right, we'll do it too. Hey, Kiwi! The silver Kiwi has come in. Somebody else's show must have let out for you guys to be showing up now together. We got about 36 minutes left here before we're gonna all head over to see SC Stacker or Brad V. I'm not sure who's on first. I think Brad is on a little bit later, and SC will be on before him. Let's see. Gonna go 1. We're getting down to that sold mark on this awesome Porcupine 9th Amendment like right to be left alone round, who apparently this round is gonna get left alone. We're gonna put the sold in. All right, the right to be left alone round. Go back over my item view here. The right to be left alone round is getting left alone for now. Feel free to follow up with me later by email. All things silver, I think it was you who said that. If you're still interested in this one later and just can't do it tonight or whatever, we'll talk about it. Send me an email at info@historicmetals.com. and I'll see if we still have it for you. For those of you who are just getting here, let me just go ahead and just throw this out there because some channels leave them up the whole time. But I had 0.5 grams of gold up tonight for $55 bin. So for those of you who are resellers or flippers or gamers or whatever, I have a handful left of the 0.5 gram golds at 55 and the American Silver Eagles at 35. They're 2015 year. Couple of bins that were out there. If you want one, those have already come and gone, but just type it in chat and make sure you get my attention with a bin eagle or bin 0.5 gram gold at 55 for the gold and 35 for the eagles. Actually, what would that be? 50, 60, 70, 80, $90. If you want, I'm gonna make a special deal real quick right now just for kicks. Since both of these items got interest tonight, and I have the eagles at 35, and I have the gold at 55, which would total out to be $90. If there's anyone in the audience who would like a combo deal, a little piece of gold and a little piece of silver for $80, I will make that deal, but you have to buy the combo. You don't get them split at that price, right? Like, buy a combo pack of gold and silver, 80 bucks. While supplies last. Bin combo. You want one, mean one? Or are you just explaining? Are you just telling me what words I should be saying? Confirm a yes or no. Yes, sir, you'd like a combo. Okay, so $80 gets you another eagle and a piece of gold in your bag. It's a pretty good combo right there. Now remember, those are 0.5 grams of gold. Just to be clear, they are not 1 grams. People sometimes can't tell that because on camera they kind of look the same. But still a smoking deal. $80, guys, for a piece of gold and an ASE, man. I mean, I want you to come back. I'm trying to get you all to come back. So I'm gonna offer you some awesome things. Yeah, mean one, you're actually you're doing me right tonight. I pop back over here, just show you. Your bag is starting to get a little thick with gold and silver and specialized items. Gypsy, would you like one, or are you just helping me explain? You know what you're doing, Gypsy. These would be great. Oh, okay, that's too bad. I was hoping you'd want to grab a set. Maybe they'd make good race prizes, things like that. Then again, I've got them for that too. We all know what happens with this crowd. We've all gone to the same streams. All right, All Things Silver will be back with more money. Well, that's okay, because I'm here every week at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. California time. On Friday nights, I run races with Gypsy, Brad, Pegleg, and sometimes Nationwide, and sometimes some other guys, and Perks, Precious Metal, and we all get together on Friday nights and give you guys a night of games and fun. Thank you, Conrad. Appreciate that. We're at 7:28 now with 30 minutes left in the show. I'm going to think of some more stuff to come out here. If anything you saw tonight interested you, do email me, as Gypsy said. He's remembering to tell you things I'm forgetting to say. Mashatan was looking for a combo. Gotcha. Thank you very much, Mashatan. Let me add that to your bag. Now that you have a gall ready, I'm going to find that over here and get you a bigger bag. You're going to need a bigger boat. Let's find you a bag here. We're going to need a bigger boat. Yep, I got you, Machatan. I got you. It took me a second because I was busy pitching all the other shows that we do. My Thursday content drops are pre-recorded. Friday nights I'm live with Gypsy and the gang, having fun playing games on his channel or Brad's usually. And then on, where am I? I'm here on Sundays at 5. Let's see. So yeah, Mashatan, I'm gonna add one for you at 80. Mashatan, one at 80 for the combo. The combo. Now in there with your little gall in the front, your gold, and your ASC over there in the stack it, pack it, ship it, and flip it pile. All right, sorry, in the meeting, going off the chat talk. You know what? I do meetings for a living, man. I get it. That's okay. Thank you for your purchases. Let's find something else to offer the good people tonight. Do we want to go big, or do we want to go little? I'm going to actually take advantage of this last 30 minutes to kind of get some oddballs out of my box here. These are going to be blowouts. I mean, just absolute blowouts. This is going to be a bin situation, winner picks. Let me see, what's the cheapest I can do this stuff for? Can't do those for the price I'm thinking. But I need to flip some inventory on a couple of pieces here. So I'm going to set some things out. No, not that either, but how about this one? So, all right. What I'm about to put out, it's going to be a little bit complicated to explain. And probably a little bit complicated to execute in the chat. Is anyone else interested in the combo before I take it down? I got Machatan, I got yours, I got the other one that happened up there was Mean One. All right, so the combo's coming down. Combo's coming down. Did I sell 3 pieces of those golds? Let's see. Chatan got one. Pegleg got one. Mean One got one. Yeah, so that's why I only have 2 left. Okay, good. Hi there, Jimmy Lakari. Hello, SC. SC is coming on at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so he'll be coming on in about 30 minutes right after my show. And I believe Brad V's on at 8:45. SC and Jimmy, you guys just missed out on a super combo. I was doing a ½ ounce of gold and an American Silver Eagle for 80 bucks. You interested before I fully put them away? I got 2 left. If you guys are the 2 people that want them, let me show you what they were. I had some half grammars out, IGR bars, along with, you get 1 IGR bar and 1 2015 ASC BU and a capsule for $80. So if either one of you is interested in a combo package, since you just walked in the door as I was taking them off the table, and I know you both, I'm going to just go ahead and show them one more time. Also, unclaimed. But yeah, $80 combo bins, 1 piece of gold, 1 ASE. Going, gone. Let me know if you want them after I move them, because I'm going to move on. I was already moving on when you guys got here. We're just kind of doing interesting stuff at the end of the stream now. Yeah, it's a total steal, Silver Paws. That's why I sold 3 combos, I think. All right, next up is going to be a little bit of house cleaning stuff, okay? So this is going to be a little bit messy to show you. I'm just going to go full screen on the item cam, explain it, and not even, maybe Gypsy could type it for me when I say it or whatever. But ultimately, this is going to be a bit, I'll just set it up. Let me type it in. So what I'm about to show you are several different choices of bins for all the same price. So I'm just going to type in here bin items, I don't even know how many I have. We'll have to just kind of wing it through this at the end of the show, because what I'm trying to do now is just kind of get rid of some stuff out of the corner of the box. So bin items, they're going to be $30 each. No, you know what? Let's make them $29 each. And bin 29 each. Let me show you what the choices are. All right, so what's coming up are things that are $29. I'm gonna put this guy over here. He's not supposed to be in it. Oh, this guy is. One thing that's $29 that's unique and random. I've shown some of you before. This is only 0.7 silver. It's 0.70 silver. So it's a Mexican Olympic 25 peso coin from 1986. I think it is, yeah, 1986. I collect things that are 1986. SC will tell you, I buy all his 1986 stuff. But this is an oddball. 70, it's like 0.7120 silver or something. About the same size as a silver round, but only probably half to 3/4 of an ounce of silver in it. A little uncertain. It's more of a collectible than anything. That's a bin. You'll take that, says Mean One? Okay, well, hold on a second, because I got a lot more to show you. You collect 85? Well, this is 86, just to be clear. But let me show you close, since you're going to bin it. It's got this awesome eagle with a snake in his mouth on one side. Just super badass. I might have got this from SC, come to think of it, actually, at one of his auctions. It's Olympics. SC, did I buy this from you? There's so much metal that goes between all of us. It's kind of funny. But it's an Olympic thing. So I'll let you have that one, Mean One, then I'll just move on. I was going to try to pile a bunch of stuff up there, but if you guys are going to buy it as soon as I show it, that's cool too. That saved me a step. You've sold a lot of these Mexican Olympic rounds, specifically? Yeah, then I definitely got it from USC. I'm sure I bought it excitedly in one of your auctions for about twice what I'm selling it for now. But who knows? You know, 29 bucks on that. So... okay, so that's going to SC. I mean, that's going to Mean One. That's in your bag, Mean One. All right, so good luck. Golly, Mean One. Definitely send your $5 shipping, because man, you're like a half a pound already, you know, in gold and silver. All right, so next up, same price. We're still doing bins at 29 bucks. Random stuff I have in my box that doesn't belong there because it doesn't really fit. I have a 007 Diamonds Are Forever round in the lollipop. These go pretty good on eBay too. A little higher than 29 usually. But that's one of the bin items that just, it's like I don't really do bars, I do rounds, and it's just floating around in my silver collection. A little neglected, a little unloved. Time to find it a new home. I like 007. I've got a couple ounces of silver shot for the melters out there. Put those out as bins. And then I've got some more stuff that's a little bit more common. Like I've got some buffaloes in the flips. I can do those buffaloes at 29. I've got, you're gonna like this, I've got some of the 1 ounce Aztecs at 29. I've got a couple of Krugerrands at 29. And I've got some of the Don't Tread on Me's. Oh, sorry, wrong side. The Don't Tread on Me's at 29. So we're just gonna kind of wade into some bulk metal bins. Let me try and get some of them out and display them. But I think you guys mostly know what all of them are. The Aztecs. The Aztecs, of course, we looked at a little bit closely earlier. They're all flipped around the wrong way inside the bag. Okay, Conrad Reynolds wants to bin what? Bin the 007. Gotcha, Conrad. Thank you. And thank you, Gypsy, for lighting that up for me with a tag. As I try to sort things out and get baggies filled and things on the table. Find Conrad's bag over here. Conrad's doing pretty good too. This will be his 4th pickup tonight. Good pickups, all good deals, all smoking at the price. Not to mention a little dollar cost averaging on the 2 more collectible expensive things you picked up. Thanks, teamwork, baby, that's right. So Conrad, that's 1 bin at 29 in the bag for you. All right. Love the Aztec says mean one. Cash App sent says Mashatan. Appreciate all of that. I'll be double checking all of that in a couple minutes at the end of the stream. For those of you that purchase things, as we wind down at about 5 till 8, I'll switch over to checking you out, making sure everybody's clear, and then kick you out to go over to SC Stacker's place, because he does an auction that puts mine to shame. He's been doing it a much longer time. For those of you that love the Aztecs, there's a quick look at one of the 1 ouncers that I have. Some of those for bins. I think I have, it's like 4 of those on hand over here. I have the Don't Tread on Me's that we talked about. I'll try to get one of them up on the stand. That's fine, Conrad. However you want to do it. Don't forget with PayPal to use friends and family, and if it won't let you, I'll just suck up the fees right now. I'm kind of in that between. I have a merchant account, and they're doing a thing where they're stopping friends and family payments. Some people have said they couldn't do it. Other people did it. So I don't know. If you can send friends and family, that would help a lot. If not, well, I'll deal with it. And then I'll start having to sell things for more money in the future because of PayPal sucking. All right, so then I got a couple ounces of shot here. Oh gosh, we're falling apart. We're falling apart. You know what? We may not need that anymore anyway. Go to the pretty background. We're almost at the end of the stream. Aztec, Don't Tread on Me. Shot. Don't need to put on a stand. I don't really want to open these buffaloes because they're sealed and they're airtight, but I'll set the, y'all know what buffaloes look like. Put buffalo up here. Then I've got some Cougarans. Take them out of the baggie. These are all bins at 29. For those of you that already have wallets, that's a pretty good deal. If you'd be adding shipping to that, maybe not so much unless you bought more than one, but something. It's something. Just a little more affordable for folks. Because the other extreme I can go to is big dollars gold and big chunks of silver that cost a lot. So I think at this point in the stream, I don't know if those will be very popular. And these may not be either, but I'll let those sit there as bins. Let me think about what else I can offer you to wind out the show with a bang here. I mean, if anybody's interested, the other thing I can do, of course, are gold backs, but I think everybody in here has already bought gold backs from me. I do have some other gold, lots of other gold actually, tons of different kinds of fractional gold at all price points. Email me if you're looking for anything in particular in that regard. I'll do maybe more gold next week, now that people are starting to come. I have gold backs, gold, and hundreds of different unique silver rounds over here that I can be pulling out, but based on what I saw this evening, I'm just trying to keep it simple now. Here's one other thing I can add to the $29 bins list. That's another little oddball in my collection, which is a casino round that's actually only 0.6 ounces of silver. See if I can show him. It's a Sam Boyd, one of the founders really of the casinos scene in Vegas. You sent $35 to offset the fees? How much did you, wow, 3.5% of whatever you owed. $35 seems like a lot. Let me look at what you're spending here, Conrad. I may be sending you some of that back. What were you in for? You were in for a total of, oh, you're saying you sent 35 total to offset the fees. Yeah, that's fine. If you sent a whole $35 just for the fees, I'd be giving you some refund. I'll figure that out later to make sure you don't rip yourself off. But thank you for that. Yeah, no, SC shows are 10 times better than mine, but go ready to spend because he's going to show you stuff you can't live without. Yeah, okay, cool, gotcha. Yeah, that's right. So I was saying this is a casino round. It's like 0.6 ounces of silver, but some people really dig these casino round, $10 gaming round, valid in Vegas. This is from one of the oldest casinos on the Strip, Sam Boyd's. The Silvertown Casino, actually. So, Sam's Town. So this is from Sam's Town. And I don't think that casino exists anymore, so even more collectible. Another little bin item. He doesn't fit on this screen. Too much stuff here. There, that'll work. So those are some bins. Thanks, Conrad. Anyone interested in any of those last minute bins? Not seeing it. Is there anything else I want to throw up as a last minute auction for you guys? I mean, just to give you an idea, I keep saying I have things that I'm not showing you. Like, I mean, if you really want to go into money and spend some money, all of these slabs right here are MS70 tenths of gold that we could talk about. If you're looking for some premium gold, I also have some 20ths. Just for an example, if you're a collector of mint proofs, I know that these are popular, and I have the box and the book and everything for this type of eagle proof. But now we're talking money. Happy to share prices if any of that interests you guys. But I'm vibing with this crowd, mostly saying that they're looking for more affordable things tonight. So I didn't bother to bring those out. I just want you to know I have stuff like that, if you're interested. I have hints of gold in capsules, always available. If you guys want to email me about any of this stuff privately as well, I understand that too, because when you start getting into spending, you know, a couple $100 or more on something, maybe you want to keep that a little more anonymous or private, not anonymous, but, you know, private in that regard. But just trying to pull some things out here without opening all the capsules by accident. To give you an idea what's available, I have Kangaroos, Britannias, ASEs, World War II tents available at different price points, all competitive prices as you've seen. So if you're a gold junkie, you're probably going to want to email me and say, this is what I collect, do you have any? Or I saw that you had a Kangaroo or a Britannia or an Eagle or something. Let me know, because I do keep gold on hand. I have it in those rounds. I also have a couple random pieces that are in cards. I have, gosh, I even have a leftover 2-gram Argus bar that we could talk about. So I'm not just trying to flex, I'm trying to show you what you can email me and get. And of course, you guys all know that I'm the huge goldback guy. So I've got literally hundreds of goldbacks here in several denominations. The new Wyoming ones just got released for pre-order. I ordered some. I will not have them till mid-September when the rest of the world gets them. We're almost up to the end of the night giveaway, and we'll be doing that in just a moment. The best selection of affordable gold on old tube. Well, maybe for now. I definitely am striving to build my channel and my reputation, but when it comes to affordable gold, while the premiums are not super affordable, the cheapest possible way to buy a piece of gold is probably with me in a one-note gold back. But I definitely have a selection, that's for sure. So for the last giveaway, we have 13 minutes. So let's do that giveaway. Let's go ahead and assume I don't see anybody past the 007 bin actually trying to buy any of the bin stuff. So that was just an option, just to kind of throw some weight at you. I was mostly for the people who already have wallets. It would be a good deal. For people who are just be getting one with a wallet, it's not especially a great price, and I apologize for that, but at some point buying in bulk helps, right? So all this stuff over here, let's do a good giveaway tonight. Tonight was a lot of fun. I was really excited by how it went, and those of you that are here are like my core fans and my biggest supporters. So what can I give you to make it worth your while? How about a giveaway worth $20? How about that? Let's actually do some gold. Let's do this. I'm gonna do one of my famous one of each of 3 states combo gold back giveaways that have been very popular. We're gonna do it with a hashtag in just a moment. Let me get it out and show it to you. I gotta grab this sleeve I got right here. So what you're gonna get in this last giveaway of the night, stay tuned ladies and gentlemen, because here it comes. This is the biggie. Real gold, real fast, just like you like. We're going to do 1 New Hampshire, 1 Utah, and 1 Nevada Goldback, a set of 3 of the basic states that exist. Already they're changing the Utah design for this. These are 2021s, I believe, on the dates on these. Let me check. It's kind of hard to read it in the micro print, but it's 2021s, yes. They're serialized. 2021s. They are doing a new Utah, and Wyoming is coming out. So this Utah will already be collectible. I'm going to put them in a plastic sleeve for you. Like that. This will be a GAW. Let me go set up the GAW machine for the end of the stream. That's a retail value of, on eBay, probably $19 plus shipping, because they're about 6 something a piece. So it'll be $18, $19 for 3. And then shipping. And honestly, last time I looked, they were up to $7 on eBay. So for a single one. So I value them at $20 a set. And I binned them for $20 a set last week, but I'm not going to do that now because we're running out of time. What we're going to do now is, hey Perks, how are you? You're late, but thank you. Oh, were you watching? Great show today. So you must have been here a while. I try to greet everyone when they come in, but obviously you know how hectic it can get on here. Let me find my GAW screen. We were looking stuff up on eBay together. Okay. Over to the giveaway screen. Clear out the giveaways thing. Let me clear it out, I guess, by a reload. Alright, so this is going to include mods. It's going to be a keyword. It's going to be... The keyword is going to be goldback. Goldbacks, we'll do it plural. So let me put that in chat. Goldbacks, hashtag goldbacks. Hashtag goldbacks. You guys are already on it like that, right? So yeah, you got a Libertad's from me. Like Ray probably got the only Libertad I'll ever own or sell. Like I'm not a Libertad's guy. I don't understand it. I don't understand the fascination with them. I mean, they're cool. I would take them because they're metal, but everybody's like a cult about those things. I don't quite understand it. Okay, Goldbacks is happening. All right, so people are starting to scroll that in. Have you guys seen Goldbacks? I mean, like, y'all know what they are, right? So they're like incredibly beautiful and really difficult to photograph as well, because they're solid gold and they glare like it too. Each one of these is 1,000th of a gram. I mean, 1,000th of an ounce. So this is 3,000ths of an ounce of gold, real gold, recoverable. But they're really more about the collectability, the exchange value for commerce in the states where they're legal for currency, and their gold value and their art. Just subbed up. Well, thanks, Mo Money. Let's get everybody to hashtag goldbacks in there. Currently have 15 people watching. The viewer count came up towards the end. Unfortunately, everybody's a little bit late because we're done for the night here in just a few minutes. Losing track of where my screens are here. Let's find the GAW screen. GAW screen is this one, and then for you guys to be able to see it, I need to go over here. I'm gonna enable Gypsy even though he didn't put it. And all right, so it looks like everybody's piling up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 14 people, 16 watching. 2 of those are me. I think everybody's in. Let's roll it. 1, 2, 3. Conrad Reynolds, and well deserved as well, since he was one of our biggest winner purchasers of the evening. It's nice to see him also get a little bonus on that. Conrad Reynolds is our winner. Thank you, Conrad. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations. All right, so back over here to the auction home base where we're cleaning up the aftermath. Let me find Conrad's kit. This is Conrad's here. Just gonna put the goldbacks under it since they're a GAW item and I don't want to cram them in that Ziploc. I'll find a way to package all that nicely for you. Put this gold back in his gold box, and let's do this. Let's switch over to the music stream so that we can fade out into the night and work out any billing and things that have to happen. Let me just take this and drag it here. And switch back to the browser, and we'll let that cruise on the screen while we wrap up in chat. Let me come to the chat room. Does anyone need a totaled? Oh, nope. See, that doesn't work because It just went to the wrong. What happened there? Whoa, that's weird. Cool. So if I leave that there, then I should be able to, at the same time, see the chat. Well, I can do it over here on my other computer. So, everyone, does anyone need a total? Does anyone need... Oh, no, Conrad, you deserve it, man. And I give out a lot of gold backs on the channel. It won't be the first time or the last time. Thank you, Spokane. I truly appreciate that. I'm trying to improve every week, folks. Obviously, I'm new at this, and obviously, I don't know what I'm doing, and obviously, I'm a little bit of a burnout. But obviously, I want to have fun and give you guys good deals. And, yeah, once you get a few, you start wanting to mess with them. Like, I started getting into it big time, and now I've got hundreds of them. Actually, thousands, to be honest. So, yeah. And, some of those are mine, and some of those are for sale and flipping and whatever. But, hey, SkyQuest, were you here the whole time? I'm so sorry that I didn't get to interact with you more. You're always a good guy to have around. And I've got stuff just spread all over the place, but this, like I was saying, does anyone need a total? Yes, mean one. Wyoming is released. You can order it already. You can go to Defy the Grid or Finest Known, or basically go to goldbacks.com, and there's a list of places that are allowing you to now pre-order the Wyomings. Wyoming is the new state. Wyoming will be available for purchase now. I've already ordered mine, but they're not coming until mid-September, late September. And if you know anything about the goldback production process, then you know it's A, very high-tech, but B, not exactly the most organized situation in the world. In other words, they are saying middle of September. I would not be surprised if these things take until October to get into my hands. Like, they're just not the best at being on time. But if you stick around and you don't get them done anywhere else, I will have them by the end of the year. And, you know, my prices will be as competitive as anybody else short of buying in bulk yourself. Because I buy them, as you saw, you know, in these bands of 100, which gets me a little bit of a break over buying them singles, you know, from various dealers. So, a little bit of a break. They're really still basically the same price, but you get breaks on shipping and stuff like that. So, anyway, it sounds like everybody's taking care of their business. I know who everybody is on my list except Bashitan, and he's already taken care of his business. So if for any reason I go through my records tonight and I need to get a hold of you, I know where to find all you guys. I've got all your emails. Yeah, you can just wait and get them from me. I mean, you might want to get on order because I don't know at all when they're going to come. And I have my doubts that they'll be on time. But anyway, I sent payments as I won. That's cool. No, I know and trust all of you. All of you are repeat customers, to which I am super grateful and for whom I have all the love. As I said, as I go through the math, and if anything was mistakenly overlooked or mistakes were made or overpayments or anything else, you're welcome, Aunt Laura. Then I'll settle it up with you guys. You know I'm honest and fair and fast. But for the moment, I am looking forward to ending my 3-hour monologue in a couple of minutes, making sure everybody has all the information and details that they need to take care of business. And I am info at HistoricMetals. I am just $HistoricMetals at Cash App, and info at HistoricMetals for any emails or PayPals. You can always reach me. I'm probably going to be on, you know, Brad or SC streams later tonight, so you can even talk to me in the streams that you see me in. We're all friends here. We're all adults. I haven't seen any strangers, so I'm super comfortable. Everyone have a fantastic week. I already know I'm going to see all of you by tomorrow somewhere. So, you know, in the streams, as they say, I will see you all in the streams. I do appreciate your business, those of you that participated. Just once again, I have bags for Mean One, Peg Leg Doug. I have for Big Apps. I have a bag for Silver Paws. I have a bag for Conrad Reynolds. And I have a bag for Machi Todd. Pretty good. And fat bags tonight, guys. You guys went a little crazy on me. And I love it. And I appreciate it. And with that, we're about 2 minutes early for ending the stream, but I started about 1 minute early. I don't see anybody asking for final details, totals, or information. And the end of the song just happened. So I'm gonna shut her down. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see you later.